You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. Too many podcasts. Sorry for the little 5-minute delay. I'm sitting here watching this interview with, Terrence Crawford and Shannon Sharp. So very, very good interview. I'm loving it so far. It's a dope-ass interview. You get what I'm saying? I seen some digital game banging in the chat a little bit over there. I'm like, man, these niggas, boy. I said, these niggas, boy. These YouTube niggas is special. These motherfuckers in the boxing community, they all, some of y'all, not all, but some of y'all special, man. Especially the content creators. The content creators, they're really, really special. Some of them. I'm talking about they gang goofy special. Shannon Sharp do good interviews. I love great interviewers. Great interviewers. I love great interviewers. Ask good questions. You know what I mean? You can just tell the energy is just genuine. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I love that. And I can tell Julie, I think his publicist was in the background too, Julie. the one who handles everything. Shout out to Tyrone. Tyrone, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Trey Son. Salute you, brother. Daniel Agnew, The Natural. G5 from the Bronx. Hollywood Leon, salute, fam. Keith Tucker in the building. What's up? What's going on, Keith? Who else we have in the building? So who else do I see? I think that's all I see over here so far. Let's go to the other one. What we got over here? Shit. We got over 1,000. Hey, shout out to Gabe Moore. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Yeah, man, we got over 1,000 subs on the other channel, man. So I appreciate that, man. Shout out to everybody. Let's give everybody a round of applause for that. Yeah, that's a dope interview. That's a dope interview, bro. Like, yeah, I love good interviews. You know what? I can watch a good interview for an hour and a half, 2 hours straight. However long the interview was, I can watch it up to that point. You know what I mean? Like Shannon Sharp, he's a great interviewer. Great interviewer. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Sheila. Sheila from Cali. What's going on? Killer Cali, West, y'all. What's happening? You get what I'm saying? I remember I was telling y'all on this chat. I said, because I remember when I came on this platform, this shit was crazy, right? I can sit back and reflect and laugh at it now. But I say, you know what? Sometimes, and I used to tell the aerosexuals this when I gave y'all your name, aerosexuals. I think y'all pretty much dead now. So I mean, well, some of y'all I think most of y'all are Boots fans now, but I get it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I used to be like, man, sometimes you can hate a nigga so much that you hate him to success. Like that's an old saying. That's an old saying that that I got from. I forgot who I got it from. Who told me that? But it's someone told me that when I was a kid. He said, "Yeah, man. Sometimes you can hate her. Sometimes you can hate somebody so much that you hate them to success." and I remember I was telling y'all, I was like, man, you ever been to Omaha? Yeah, I get it. Like, I remember I told y'all, I said, man, I didn't get it at first, but when I went to Omaha, I get it. I understand why there's a certain energy there, and I understand why. The black community, the way they are there. I understand why Bud is the way he is. I understand why his mother's the way he is. She is. I mean, her dad, his dad, all that stuff there. you know, it's a certain energy. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, small city, the home of Malcolm X. No one expects you to do anything. So, you know, you're gonna be the most hated, defecated upon, stuff like that. And you overcame every obstacle that they said you wasn't gonna overcome. I mean, that's an anomaly. You get what I'm saying? Anomaly, you know? And I can tell that drives him right now, you know. Like I had somebody tell me, "Yo, man, I don't like the way his mama treated him when he was young, man. His mama did this and his mama did that." I said, had she not done that, we might not be seeing the two-time undisputed 4-division world champion that we're seeing. See, sometimes certain things you go through, sometimes when you're successful or not successful, whatever, right? But sometimes there are certain things that you have to go through in order to become what you are going to become. Or to become what you have became at that moment in time. You get what I'm saying? You know, pressure bust pipes. So, you know, sometimes, you know, it takes certain things, you know, and I'm speaking from personal experience. Like, I know I've overcome a lot of things in life, and I'm like, you know what, man, had I not, now I understand what my captain was telling me, Captain Sam, RP to Captain Sam. He said, man, you know, it wasn't meant for you to listen. You was the type of dude that, you know, he said when Allah created you, you know, you was the hard-headed one. You was the one. He said, but if you ever can get through what you're going through or what you're going to go through in the future, he told me this when I was like 20, probably like 22, 23. He said, if you ever get through that, he said, you're gonna be a hell of a motherfucker. That's what he said, like literally. Anyways, shout out to everybody. Shout out to EDS, salute, fam. Shout out to the Martin. Shout out to the Martin. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Silver Stress. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Sheila. Jack Steele in the building. It is what it is. Let's get into the show. He say, Coach, why Tank Davis fans mad? You probably have to ask them what are they mad about. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, you know, I would say the best person to answer that question is a Tank Davis fan. Let's get into the show. Eddie Hearn confirms Dan Rafael lied about Shakur Stevenson firing him. I remember when we did a show not too long ago about this subject matter. I had some pressing questions that no one was asking. And then I think when we finished the show, everybody came to the conclusion that, you know what, Coach, you were saying some real shit. You was right about that. And I gave several different scenarios, and I will do a refresher. And we're going to talk about Bud, too, and we're going to talk about some other stuff. I got a lot to talk about today. Last week, Dan Rafael falsely reported that Shakur Stevenson fired his promoter, Eddie Hearn. Dan later clarified the record in a tweet by saying, "Let me do this again, worded better." In reporting on the July 12th card with Shakur versus Zepeda, a source with knowledge, this is how we said it after he said he was fired. A source with knowledge, what the fuck is a source with knowledge? Told me that Shakur Stevenson split from Matchroom. That's what he said. That's no different from any YouTube channel out there that say they got sources, including myself. You know, the source could be Hoghead Cheese, you know, told Poke Chop Willie, and Poke Chop Willie was pillow talking to Bow-Legged Kim, and Bow-Legged Kim was talking, and Bow-Legged Kim overheard knock-kneaded Pam talking to Big Booty Judy, you know, about what Man did to Lucy Lou yesterday, you know, at the script club. Literally. So this is what he said at that time. Shakur Stevenson's manager, James Prince, hired Lou DiBella as the representative for the event to handle things on their behalf, end quote. That's what Dan Rafael said. That was the second tweet after the first tweet when he said Shakur fired. And I told y'all that was cap. I said that don't make no sense. I'm going to remind y'all what I said. On April the 20th, Rick Glaser backed up Dan Rafael's what he said about Eddie Hearn by saying Shakur Stevenson had left Eddie Hearn. This is what Rick Glaser said. know a lot of people don't like Rick Glaser. I know people personally from other companies who reach out to me, tell me how they feel about Rick, but you know, I don't get involved in other people's emotions about how they feel about other people. How you feel about somebody else ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between you and them. You get what I'm saying? So, and I ain't choosing the sides on that. I said, well, that's how you feel about it, and that's how you feel about it. So be it. That's between y'all. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You get what I'm saying? But this is what Dan Rafael said. He said Eddie Hearn has this is what Rick Glaser said. He said Shakur Stevenson had left Eddie Hearn. Shakur is now with Lou DiBella, and on what I'm told, that's what Rick Glaser said. He said, and on what I'm told, meaning somebody told him, just like that somebody told Dan Rafael, that somebody told him. Who that somebody is, or source is, I have no idea. True. And he said, as what I'm told is a fight-by-fight deal. Eddie Hearn has fallen out in favor with Turki Al-Sheikh, rightfully so. Now, do you know? Now you do know. This is what Rick Glaser said. So Rick Glaser said Eddie Hearn has fallen out with Turki Al-Sheikh. How do you know that? I have no idea. Rick Glaser said that Eddie Hearn has fallen out of favor with Turki Al-Sheikh, and he was fired by Shakur Stevenson, and he said that's what he was told. And Dan Rafael said that his source told him that Big Booty Judy said bow-legged Kim, had an argument with third leg Tyrone while he was laying pipe, and not needed Sarah, and Sarah screamed out Man name, and Man overheard that, and he was talking to Lucy Lou, and Lucy Lou told her everything that Sarah told Man, that third leg Tyrone told bow-legged Kim, that bow-legged Kim told Rick Glaser and Dan Rafael. True. Shout out to Ali. Ali, what's going on, brother? I mean, that's pretty much. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is at this point. At this point, it is what it is. And I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up and put it in a nice bow for you. This shit here too easy. This like taking candy from a baby right here. This too easy. I need something more challenging. I got a GED, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways. And I see people who, I seen people making videos about, yeah, man, Eddie Hearn got fired. Now them same people making video, yeah, man, no, Eddie Hearn did get fired. I'm like, damn, okay, damn, y'all was, y'all, you said it with your chest 2 days ago. You said it with your chest 2 days ago. In the other video you made, now you retracting what you said in the other video. Yeah, man, no, man, she went to war. I would just report what was out there. I said, I get it, man, but y'all should have took the position that I took. I say, look, man, I don't know anything about that. I say, man, Shakur Stevenson nor Jay Prince went on social media and confirmed anything. Shakur stay on Twitter. He stay on Twitter. This is the dude who called Turki Al-Sheikh, tower heads and all that stuff there, him and his boys. So if he go on Twitter and say that, surely he gonna go on Twitter and say, yeah, man, I fired Eddie Hearn, dog. He fired. Now I got Lou DiBella. This, we making big money moves, baby. Shakur didn't say none of that. That was the question. That was the title of the show. Did Shakur Stevenson confirm Eddie Hearn firing him? Literally. Anyways. On April the 21st, I did a show entitled "Did Shakur Stevenson confirm firing Eddie Hearn?" Question mark. The answer to that question is no. I've asked this question because Dan Rafael and Rick Glaser are known Eddie Hearn haters. Those are the facts. True. Rick Glaser let you know I don't like this motherfucker, I don't like that person, I don't really like him, this and that. But guess what? He loved Golden Boy. Understandably so. Golden Boy's paying him. I think his tweets have solidified that. So I do get that. I get it. You gotta be nice to whoever buttering your bread. I get it. You get what I'm saying? However, I do not allow my personal feelings to get in the way of looking at a situation objectively. Like, I can see somebody in the chat I don't like, right? Let's say I don't like you, right? Even though I don't like you, I'm not going to put something on you that's not true because I don't like you. I'm not going to look for or search for information that confirms my dislike of you, and it will not allow me to judge you fairly in a certain situation. That's the difference between me and a lot of motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people just gonna lean into towards their bias no matter what, and they will tell themselves lies and lie, you know, on the individual that they dislike. That's just pretty much how people are. You get what I'm saying? That's why people be like, man, well, listen, man, what's the name? Did such to you? Why you ain't attacking them? I don't do ambush journalism. When I interview somebody, I don't do that, and I'm not going to attack them because I'm not a reactionary guy like that. You know, I'm gonna react to certain things, but when you're doing interviews, I don't do an interview from the position of a subscriber who hates Bill Haney or who hates Brian Norman Sr. or who hates Gray or who hates, you know, Steve Kim or Rick Glaser or whoever, Buddy McGirt, who I've interviewed, Joe Goosen, who I've interviewed. See, I don't interview people and ask questions through your eyes. Your eyes is emotional. I don't like them. F you. Why you ain't asking them this? You supposed to brought the smoke. You supposed to did that. No, you need to go to the H Money channel, or go to the Knockout channel, or go to the one of the LDBC channels. This channel is not like that. I know that's what y'all are accustomed to. The ones who, I know you're accustomed to that, but we don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna let my feelings get in the way of asking some good questions. Anyways, let's continue. There are a lot of American promoters, their employees, and media outlets that hate Eddie Hearn. I do not care either way. I don't have a relationship with none of these fools. However, when you are emotionally invested in hating or disliking someone, people tend to lie about that person or tell half truths about the person they dislike. True. You know, we asking real questions here. We not, you know, we ain't with the bullshit. That's why I really don't pay the trolls no attention. I just let, if they trolling, I let Pauline or whoever, you know, if y'all warn them, don't just block them, just warn them, talk to them. Time them out. I'd rather you just time them out. Don't even block these fools. Just time them out. Unless they saying something salacious. But just time them out and keep timing their ass out. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, so I don't, I have a different style, how I go about doing things, right? Like yesterday with Gray and Bill Haney. That was I edited, well, I haven't edited it yet, but I downloaded the show and I'm gonna break it up, chop it up, and make it, put the remix on it, make it do what it do. But I was listening to it and I had to time step some certain things to take notes what I'm gonna cut out. And listening to it, I realized that I didn't understand nothing neither one of them were saying. Bill yelling, Gray yelling. Bro, that was the most non-productive argument probably in the history of arguments. Literally. I was like, and I wasn't high. I was sober. I'm listening to this shit. I was like, man, I don't understand what the fuck these motherfuckers saying. Gray said some funny shit that stuck out. Bill said some funny shit that stuck out. But overall, it was non-productive. I mean, it was productive for me and productive for Bill, and because he get to talk his thing, and it give me good content to put out there. It's gonna do numbers. But outside of that, from a productivity standpoint, there was nothing there. I listened to it. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers, they say just a bunch of insults. Gray got a little real vulgar, motherfucker. I don't give a damn. Nobody don't care nothing about that punk ass shit. And y'all niggas just mad cause y'all mad cause Tank won't get y'all a payday. And these niggas want a payday. And I don't want Tank to get them niggas no payday. And Devin Haney ain't no hell of a nigga. Nigga, like who you think you is, Bill? You ain't gonna join me. You trying to join me? And so I'm hearing all this shit. I'm like, man, I say, these niggas, man, fuck it. Let me just let them throw hands. Goddamn it, to see who get tired first. Y'all just throw hands till you get tired. Throw hands like y'all don't need no moderator. Now y'all just throw hands. Just throw hands till you get tired. Fuck it. True. You might as well. True. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, as I said before, There are a lot of promoters and their employees and media outlets who hate Eddie Hearn. As I said, I do not care either way. However, when you are emotionally invested in hating or disliking someone, people tend to lie about that person or tell half-truths about the person that they dislike. Yesterday, Eddie Hearn did an interview on the Zone on Ade, on the Ade of the Ariel and Ade podcast on the Zone. Ade asked Eddie Hearn directly. He asked him straight up about the situation with Shakur Stevenson. I will play that video so you guys can hear it. Eddie Hearn confirmed that he has a 2-fight deal, not a 2-fight deal with an option with an opt-out after the first fight. Because I said the only way, because I was trying to rationalize the lie that was being told and perpetuated by Dan Rafael, that Rick Glaser backed up and confirmed. I said, well, if that's the case, how he was able to do that? I've never known a fighter to be able to fire a promoter. If you have a contract with a promoter, a binding contract, you just can't walk away and say, yeah, man, I'm fired, you fired, I'm finna go get another promoter. Because the contract will not allow you to do that unless you have an opt-out clause in the contract. And if you have an opt-out clause in the contract, that's not firing a promoter. That's, you put that in there. The promoter put that in there as well. You or them can decide to opt out of this fight, of this contract. That's not firing. So the headline was sensationalized, to get clicks and views because of your dislike for Eddie Hearn. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Just say that though. Just say that. Say, I don't like this motherfucker. I'm gonna take this store and push it around with it because I don't like him. Just say that. That's all. Just say that. You get what I'm saying? Anyways. Eddie Hearn confirmed that he has a 2-fight deal with Shakur Stevenson and he's promoting his next fight. Well, if Eddie Hearn got fired, like Rick Glaser and Dan Rafael said, and he ain't working with him no more, then is Eddie Hearn lying? Is Eddie Hearn going on the Zone lying? Saying that, yeah, man, let me tell this bold-faced lie. No, I'm still promoting Shakur in this next fight. Is he lying? Or are the people who put that information out there lying? Just asking the question. Eddie Hearn confirmed that he has a 2-fight deal. I think I read that. Yeah, he said he has a 2-fight deal with Shakur Stevenson, and he's promoting the next Shakur's next fight. He also confirmed that he spoke with Turki Al-Sheikh about the matter meaning the tweet. And Turki Al-Sheikh confirmed with Eddie Hearn that he's the promoter for the Shakur Stevenson fight. So either Eddie Hearn is just a bold-faced straight lie, or the people who put that information out there was lying. Or maybe the people who put that information out there, their sources lied to them, and they were just so happy to report on that because they don't like Eddie Hearn. So they told the lie. They reiterated the lie that they heard from their sources. Just got to throw that out there. True. We ain't holding back no punches. We don't believe in doing that. I didn't open up his questioning by saying, and I quote, "You know how Twitter is, Eddie. When people make up lies / stories and run with them." I found that statement very interesting. Why? Because it's true. When you have a so-called reputable reporter, I say so-called reputable reporter. I have to say that because a lot of these legacy reporters, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they have become like clickbait YouTube channels. True. They have become like clickbait YouTube channels. You would think, yeah, man, that dude used to work for ESPN, or that dude used to work for this corporate place, and he been around for 30 years. Yeah, that motherfucker, they're putting out fake information. To this day. Anyways, as I said before, I think that probably gonna hurt some people's feelings, but I really don't give a damn. When you have so-called reputable reporters and boxing insiders from old media blatantly putting out lies and hit pieces on their ops in the name of reporting boxing news, that's a problem. The reason why it's a problem because you guys are supposed to be bigger than that. You're supposed to be above that. But you're not. You get what I'm saying? So, It's no different than what the mainstream media does every day in America on CNN, Fox, MSDNC, ABC, CBS, and other mainstream media outlets. It's the same thing certain YouTube channels do on a daily basis for clicks and views. I respect the hustle. I get it. Dan Rafael and some others are no different than those YouTube channels. People don't like Eddie Hearn, and I get 25 fucks about it if they do or don't. And that's fine. But why make up a lie without vetting the information first? If Shakur Stevenson, James Prince, Turki Al-Sheikh, Lou DiBella, nor Eddie Hearn have not confirmed Dan Rafael and Rick Glaser's reporting, why run with it? It's because the people involved dislike Eddie Hearn so much that they reported it as though it was true. It is what it is. It's because they wanted to believe it to make Eddie Hearn look bad. On April the 21st, in my opening monologue, I asked this question. If Shakur Stevenson signed a 2-fight deal with Eddie Hearn Matchroom Promotions, how could Shakur break a legally binding contract without going to court or being sued and then hire another promoter with while being under contract with Eddie Hearn? That's the question that I asked. Something about Dan Rafael's tweet doesn't sound right. That's what I said. We need confirmation from Shakur Stevenson or James Prince. If Shakur has not confirmed Dan Rafael's tweet that Stevenson fired Eddie Hearn, then Dan Rafael is lying, end quote. That's what I said 2 days ago. We'll listen to the interview, and you guys let me know what you think. In other news, we always have other news. In other news, Floyd Money Mayweather, like I said before, has bought another watch for $1.8 million in New York. I don't know if this is a PR stunt or if it's real. Between buying skyscrapers in New York and Dubai, 62 apartment buildings in New York and Manhattan, and buying luxury cars, Floyd Mayweather is living up to his pseudo name, Money May. In other news, Adrian Broner, made a new music video called I'm Going Out Sad. AB went from about billions to auditioning to be a male stripper in his draws. True. You can't make this up. Niggas going out bad. Going out bad. You get what I'm saying? Lord have mercy, boy. You can't make this up. You can't. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Marky Vion. Shout out to the Prince. Shout out to John Martinez. Sheila from Cali. In other news, we have more news. In other news, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder to this day is back in the studio working on his new hit single after learning about his ex-fiancee, Shelly Swift, after learning about her now being booed up like LMA. True. She booed up, with Los Angeles Rams safety, John Johnson. Now, let me let you ladies know something in the chat. Light skin is still the preferred complexion when you get money. So when you're a man and you get money and you're rich, you have, when you have money, you'll find some women that'll tolerate things a little bit more versus coming from someone who don't have money. If you have women that'll tolerate stuff with a guy who don't have money, then goddamn way they're gonna tolerate some things with a guy who do have money. So anyway, so the exotic look, that's you get what I'm saying, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog, nigga, I'm rich, I'm balling right now, dog. I got exotic women meaning from the Caribbean, they got the good hair, or from the Middle East and stuff like that, the exotic looking women. You get what I'm saying? Just want to throw that out there. So, so someone like that's why you see some of these niggas, you say, but like, this nigga ugly than a mug. How he got with her? Well, she, you get what I'm saying? It's, they pimping. We'll just say this here. To the ladies, I take my head off to you ladies. Boy, y'all are good, boy. They pimping on another level right now. They pimping on another level. Pimping. You get what I'm saying? Some of you ladies are pimps too now. Some of you ladies are pimps too. They're pimping on another level. Anyways, as I said before, Deontay the Bronze Bomber is back in the studio. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. We're gonna listen to one of his singles. Last time he dropped a single, he made a love song dedicated to Telly. He had Malik and Joey Scott in the video. Hey, his brother was on auto tune. His brother was singing the hook on auto tune, and Telly was in the video. They say, you know, hey, listen, all I could think about was there, man. Jared Miller, Big Baby Miller tried to warn Wilder. Wilder wouldn't listen. He said, man, she for the streets, man. I know you ain't falling in love with her. You got a baby from her too? God, you got a pregnant? You got a baby from her? Man, come on, man. But no, we just ran a train on about 2 weeks ago. Man, what you thinking about? True. Yeah, man, no, D, what you doing? Like, you know, but the man fell in love, man. You know, you get what I'm saying? To this day. You know, love is love, fam. Love is love. Love is love. You get what I'm saying? Anyway. So Telly don't move on. She's with Los Angeles Rams safety John Johnson. It appears you know, that what the heavyweight contender Gerald Big Baby Miller said about Telly is true. In other news, Suede the Remix God has dropped another remix featuring Bubba Dub and Shannon Sharp. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, y'all want to go to 1923 West Main Street on West Tampa, Florida, 33607. You will have to download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Download that on your phone. Type in Foster's Barbershop. Voila, it'll show up. Book an appointment, and you got to have $50 to walk in the door. Okay, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know. This shit like taking candy from a baby, man. I wish I could have heard the rest of that interview from Terrence Crawford on Club Shay Shay. So I'm gonna listen to it when I get off this here, man. But good interview so far. But yeah, man, I just sit back. You know, we gotta sit back, call a spade, man. Call it what it is. He said, Coach, you seen what Dr. Umar said about Shannon Sharp? Yeah, I saw that. Lay said, he said, Coach, I'm FL. Yeah, man, you know, hey, you already know what time it is with me.
The stickiest of the
shit, nigga, I ain't.
You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
That's why I'm so relaxed. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm so relaxed. You already know what time it is with me, man. I be on that stick icky, man. I ain't worried about nothing. Shit, I'm like French Montana. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. We ain't worried about nothing. Nigga, we ain't worried about nothing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that shit. You know, the money looking good. You know, healthy as a horse, had a good workout, got some of the best sticky icky. You know what I mean? It is what it is, fam. I'm chilling. I'm shangalanging right now, dog. Right now, goddamn it. Right now, it is what it is. It's whatever with me right now. Hey. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth. And I say that sarcastically for the Hamanites, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I got to be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If you sitting here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Rod say, Coach, are you going live for the Eubanks Conor Ben fight? Yeah, I don't know, fam. I don't know. I don't know if I can make that commitment. I do not know if I'm going live for that fight. We're gonna talk about it Friday, but I don't know if I'm going live for that fight. You know what I'm saying? So Saturdays, man. Saturdays be my day, my busy day. You know what I mean? So if it's at night, cool. But by being over there in the UK in the daytime, I don't know if I'm gonna be in the house all day Saturday waiting on that. You know what I mean? To go live. That's a lot of work for me. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. Shout out to the Tenderonis, the PYTs, and the Honey Dips. And guess what? For all you Pan-African brothers out there, you pro-black revolutionary brothers who like to, you know what I mean? Put a little cream in their coffee. You get what I'm saying? About why being a revolutionary, with your RGB flag and all that stuff there. This song is dedicated to you.
See your eyes shining, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, so she's my sweet dust of peace. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you goose, stepping out, grip out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's dancing in the lawn. With my snow bunny love, then party by the night. See your eyes shining, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of peace. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you goose, stepping out, grip out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's dancing in the lawn. With my snow bunny love, then party by the night. See ya.
You know, I had to dedicate that song to the revolutionaries, man. Shout out to the boys over there at Side of the TV. I dedicate that song to you.
True.
Yeah, you got, you get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. You got to dedicate that to the revolutionaries now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Anyway, let's see. All right, where do I want to go to? There's so much stuff to talk about today. Where do I want to go to first? Let's see. Do I want to go to, like I said before? Shout out to everybody watching on IG, man. Salute. Do I want to go to Mr. Like I said before? Let's see. We believe we're working smarter, not harder. Where is it? Where is it? Is it over there? No, we ain't going to get that one there. Oh, let's see. There's so much to talk about. Let's see. Is it over here? Or is it over there? Which one? Okay, here you go right here. So anyways, for all y'all hollering about my dog Floyd, Money Mayweather broke. For all y'all hollering about, he really didn't buy them apartments, them 62 apartment complexes, apartment buildings. He really didn't buy them 62 apartment buildings, in New York, not New York, New York. You know what I mean? In New York, you get what I'm saying? He really ain't got no private jet. He really ain't spent $402 million liquid of his own bread or whatever. He ain't do none of that there. He ain't really buy that Rolex watch, got an $18 million watch. He ain't really do none of that. So you get what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? This is for you. This is for you guys who don't believe, if you don't who don't believe that Money Mayweather is making $300 million a month.
How in 36 months, of course, with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month. But
what investment is that?
Just in real estate.
Got you.
And I'm heavy in real estate. I'm real heavy in real estate. Even though, I got my own liquid, that means cash. For those, I break it down in layman's terms. Even though I got a lot of cash, OPM.
Okay.
OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all credit right.
Talk to us about
very important.
Anyway, just want to give y'all a little education out there, a little education. Talk to him, Floyd.
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show them what it's saying.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
I think it's a one of one. I love that.
You Hey, you feel me? You feel me? So, you know, Florida's balling, you know, 1.8 million in New York. He went to New York, bought a, you know, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's for all y'all out there, you get what I'm saying? You know, this side, hey, Great IP said we don't care. She said we don't care. You know, I'm just saying, you know, green eyes. I'm just saying, you know, I gotta break it down to y'all in layman's terms. Y'all don't know what layman's terms is, so you know that's you get what I'm saying? You know, OPM. That's other people's money. You get what I'm saying? I'm breaking down layman terms. Y'all don't know what layman terms is. You know, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know who layman is, and y'all don't know what terms mean. So when you take layman and mix it with terms, you have layman's terms. True. Hey, look here, man. Hey, shout out to Market VR. Hey, you got this A-Rab getting all the money, man. I'm like, listen, man, I ain't hating, dog. But why the A-Rabs getting all the money, man? Why the A-Rabs? We ain't got no black designers. We ain't got no black dudes. Somebody out there that's making jewelry and stuff. Why the A-Rabs getting all the big money from the rappers? And you get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no. You know, I'm just make it make sense. True. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, it ain't no brothers out there or sisters out there that's making expensive custom jewelry. You know, but you know that's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question. Hey, I'm just saying, ain't nobody. You know, I know, you know, hey, shout out to Sheila. Hey, ain't nobody. That's the only person you can find. The Chinaman, the Arab and the Chinaman getting all the money, man. They're getting all the money from these dudes, man. Anyway, like I said before, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Let me see what's up, man. Now, okay, hold on. Let me pivot a little bit. Let me pivot just a little bit. Let me see. Is this it, right? Okay, did that down already. Let's go ahead and pivot just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and pivot a little bit right here. All right, while we're pivoting, let me go ahead and do this like this here. Hold on, where is it? I told you guys, the Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. I told y'all the Bronze Bomber is back in the studio. You know, this for all you Twerkinator fans out there. Shout out to the Bronze Bomber. We back in the studio, baby, making it do what it do. That's what we doing. We back in the studio, back in the lab. You know what I mean? We cooking up something. You know, we working on our new mixtape.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
For all of those who think that I'm lying, I have it right here. I had to Google it and I found it. Bam! Okay, y'all see right there. That's the Bronze Bomber right there. Now, y'all go ahead and hear what our good brother from Alabama, he living in that mansion. That's a nice house he got. You know what I mean? Let's see what our brother, what he been working on in the studio. I heard, now, I don't know how true this is now. I heard Drake's supposed to be on the remix. I heard Drake and Lil Tunechi is supposed to be on the remix on the next. I don't know how true that is, but y'all check back with me later on by next week or so, and I have some more information out there on y'all about that.
Ran off on the floor twice.
Let's continue. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Let's see that one time. Okay, I like the beat. Okay. It's taking too long to come in with the bridge, but that's okay. All right. Woke up with a smile on his face, right? Now, I wonder what he was looking at on the phone. Cause as I continue to do my research, somebody has sent me this here as well on Instagram. Y'all please continue to send me stuff on IG. I love covering stuff. Everything that I'm showing y'all is pretty much what was sent to me on IG for the most part. And like I said before, I just want to throw this out there. Shout out to Unlay Shoes. He said he definitely getting knocked out. He ain't focused. Nah, why the man ain't focused? Why? Cause he, you know, now here we go right here. Now this is Taylor Swift. This is on Deontay Wilder's baby mama baby mama and ex fiance. It's a new flame, mystery woman spotted with NFL Super Bowl starting star identified as ex-fiance of world champion boxer. Swift and Wilder were engaged back in 2018. That's what it says right here. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? That exotic with the good hair. She got the good hair, exotic. You know, the complexion for the protection. You get what I'm saying? All the athletes, you know what I mean? It is what it is, fam. It is what it is. You know, you gotta like it or love it, baby. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? I just gotta break that down. I just gotta break that down right there. Let's continue. They're gonna tell it right there. It says a former boxing. Here you go, right here. It says a former boxing wag has found a new flame in the NFL. Now they do say that she like the athletes. So she go from basketball players to boxers to football players, this and that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at her. Get your paper. I ain't mad at her at all. I ain't gonna lie. I admire Telly, to be honest with you. I'm like, man, God, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. She doing her thing, boy. You get what I'm saying? She ain't, she ain't pulling no Tyrones or man-mans. She pulling. I respect the hustle. That's all I'm saying. I don't knock the hustle now. You get what I'm saying? So, Deontay Wilder, country boy from Alabama, he was able to snatch a little breezy like that. Yeah. Snatch a little breezy. Anyways, let's continue. She looked like she's very happy right there. This brother look like he's proud. He got him something on his arms. You know what I mean? She cheesing from ear to ear, boy. Hey, you know what type of smile that is? That's that. Boy, girl, you got the bag. You got the bag again. Girl, you got the bag again.
Ran off on the floor twice.
Hey, Schoolo, that's that. Girl, you got the bag again, smile.
Ran off on the floor twice.
Man, I just keep getting the bag. Like, this ain't even fair at this point.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
My ability to make these dudes fall in love and kick out the money is amazing.
I say what I say, and I deliver it.
I just keep hitting the bag. I just walk down the street, the bag just fall in my face. And you got some people, they be chasing the bag all their life. And then you have some people who are a little bit more fortunate than the rest of us. They just walk down the street, the bag just falling in their face. Bam, what happened? Girl, you ain't gonna believe what happened. What happened? Girl, I was just walking down the street and the bag just fell. And I got hit in the head. Something just fell out of the sky. I got hit in the head and fainted. When I woke back up, I had a bag next to me. Girl, I had a bag next to me, girl. I ain't gotta chase the bag chased me. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Some people are a little bit more fortunate than others. She got I think she got her body done too. She got her body done. It say Taylor Swift has been spotted with her LA Rams boyfriend John Johnson III. Boy, if she's smart, she'll hurry up. If she's smart, she'll hurry up and get pregnant. She mess around and get pregnant, boy. It's a wrap. It says Swift spent nearly a decade with Wilder before accusations towards the heavyweight boxer. In the midst of her legal battle with Wilder, Swift was seen holding hands with Johnson as they left court in Los Angeles. It's unknown when their romance begun. However, Swift shared snaps of herself at a Rams game in December of 2023. Johnson was drafted in the third round of 2017 NFL draft by the Rams, and he's still there. He spent his first 4 years of his career with the Rams and started in the Super Bowl against New England Patriots back in 2019. In 2021, Johnson moved to Cleveland Browns, where he spent 2 years as a starter before returning to the Rams in 2023. The Rams won a Super Bowl his first year. He was a member with the Browns. Swift starred on reality TV show Wags Atlanta while in her relationship with Wilder. I think that was the show. That might have been the show. So she's an actress as well. Let's get Taylor Swift and the Bronze Bomber
To this day.
a round of applause. Yeah, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. We just got to throw that out there. Hey, shout out to Retro. Hey, Blood, lick your man. Boy, you missed it, Blood. Floyd Mayweather just went to the jeweler in New York, went to an Arab, and he bought a watch for $1.8 million. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, what you say? Sebastian say he said, wasn't Wilder sleeping with his brother's wife? Well, I mean, that's what they say. I don't know how true that is. That's what they say. I can't confirm that nor deny that. That's what they say. And you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Anyways, let's move on. So I let y'all hear Wilder. He back in the studio. For all of those who late, I think Bloodbuster came late. Deontay Wilder's back in the studio and he's happy. Hey. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? The man happy, man. The man happy. Who am I to stop a man? The man happy, man. The man happy. Okay. Now, I did tell you, I'm gonna drop the phone lines, but I did tell y'all about doggone, where is that? Was this it right here? I did tell y'all about Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is now auditioning. He went from about billions to now he's auditioning to be a Chippendale dancer outside in the grass in his drawers. Do y'all see this old school barbecue grill right here? I just spotted this. Bro, you know you doing bad when you got this barbecue grill. I haven't seen this grill since when I was growing up as a kid. Don't nobody have these type of grills anymore. They have more modernized grills. You know you shooting bad when you got this type of barbecue grill in your backyard. All that goddamn money he had. True. Boy, boy. Bro, this a throwback. This a throwback grill. Throwback. I'm talking about throw, not throwback. Throw. He got to be shooting better. Broke dick dog right here, boy. Anyways, here go Adrian Broner for all you AB fans. Okay, he look like he's stepping out of a fur boot. AB look like he's pregnant. Okay, what you doing? Oh boy, here you go. AB got there. All that money, boy. Throwing $20 bills, flushing them down the toilet. But that PBC boy. They say that PBC boy. I understand y'all, boy. I just want to throw that out there. Hey, look here, man. AB, look here, man. I tell you what, AB, this is what we gonna do. We gonna say a special prayer. Let's say a special prayer. Let's say a special prayer, man, for AB, man.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
It is what it is.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the man, shut that soft ass shit up.
God damn, boy, you know times hard. You know times hard when you get what I'm saying. When you out there doing that, dog, times hard, dog. Like he don't fail off. Dog. Like for real though, like bro, how you fall off that bad? Did y'all see that grill? Bro? Bro, like that. Bro, oh man, did y'all see that? Ain't nobody noticed the grill but me. I'm sitting there. That's the first thing I spotted, the grill. I say, oh my God. I say, man, this right here, bro, don't make no sense, fam. Anyways, like I said before, let's see what else we have. Okay, we got Wilder right there. Oh, okay. Here we go right here. We got, listen, we got Suede the Remix God. We got Suede the Remix God back in the building. He got another one. Y'all know Shannon Sharp is going through some things. There's some allegations against him, some not so favorable allegations against him. I do not know whether they're true or not. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? We got to let the process play out. We'll see how it turns out. But there's some allegations against Shannon Sharp. It is what it is. I'm hearing there's a shady attorney, the same attorney that went at Jay-Z and went at Diddy is now going at Shannon Sharp. So I'm hearing it could be a little bit of flim-flam or whatever, shenanigans. I don't know. I also heard a video out there about the young lady. Shannon Sharp said he'll do whatever to her, choke or whatever. I heard that too. But anyway, we gonna see what it is. Guess what? It's a snow bunny too, and it's a snow bunny. You get what I'm saying? So Shannon Sharp, sharing a little bit of Snow Bunny love. You know what I mean? He dipping it, he dipping in the milk. He dipping the chocolate cookies in the milk. He doing that. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. We'll see how it work out. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see what Bubba Dub has to say. Suede the remix.
These hoes trying to set Unc up, and we ain't gonna let it happen. You gotta be careful with these hoes out here right now. This $100 million contract come up. Now she wanting to sue. No. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass, or were you? Hell no. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass.
Sway the remix God.
You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. Tooting that ass.
This is a shakedown. This is a shakedown.
And we ain't gonna let it happen.
This is a shakedown. This is a shakedown.
Did y'all read the shit?
This is a shakedown. This is a shakedown.
These hoes trying to shake Unc up.
This is a shakedown. This is a shakedown.
I ain't never made $100 million. You gotta be careful with these hoes out here. Gotta be careful with these hoes. Be careful with these hoes. Gotta be careful with these hoes out here. Gotta be careful with these hoes. Be careful with these hoes. Tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. Tooting that ass.
Oh man.
Tooting that ass. 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 You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. Tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass. You wasn't suing when you were tooting that ass.
Hey, wait.
True.
Bruh. Hey, shout out to the boxing dog. Hey, bro. I said, you know what? I said, make a ballot port. They'll be, they took that ass up. When they said they took that ass up, they'll be sure. I said, you know what? They used to make you go, I just, you get what I'm saying? I just want to throw my hands up. Hey, you get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to start nothing. But I'm saying, it's just things that make you go, You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. Is this the same guy? Suede the remix God. Is this the same guy that made this song?
What happened? I just got my hair done 2 days ago and she put grease in my shit, so the shit was like, like when you sweating and things like that and the grease come in my face, it burnt my eyes type shit. Damn, why y'all booing like I'm saying bullshit? Like, this is real facts. Come on, man. I just got my hair done 2 days ago.
Swing the remix God.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. And she put grease in my shit. I just got my hair done. 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 Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like, this is real facts. Like, this is real facts. Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like, this is real facts. It burnt my eyes. Like, this is real facts. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago.
I wasn't sure if that was the same dude. I just had to play that just to make sure. You know what I mean? And they say, don't forget the Haney one. Yeah, but I don't think Suede the remix God didn't make that. He didn't make the Haney pack song. He didn't make the Haney pack song. You get what I'm saying? But you know, since y'all did bring that up, since y'all did bring up the Haney Pack song, let's go.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want Haney to win. I want a clean fight. Y'all touch gloves. Let's go.
Ryan, I know you can't fight, boy. I saw that crazy stuff you was posting on Instagram. Ow! Bro, hey, bro, help! Got your back. Save me! Hey, Ryan, get off my guy. I ain't going out like this. Oh, okay, let's go. Headshot challenge. Yeah, how you like that? Back up before I disqualify your ass. Whoa, hey, bro. Man, some bullshit. Get up now. 5. Hey, man, you 6. Right? 7. It's been 10 seconds. 8. Hey, you wait. All right, man, get your composure, okay? I'll give you a few seconds. Rub it. All right. Man, back up before I swing on you. Come on. All right, get him, Haney. Hey, fight back, Haney. Fight back. Hey, man, get off me. No diddy. Oh! Throw the damn down. Oh! Yeah. It's time. I should swing on you. Beating on my dude like that. Get your ass in your corner.
Hey, you know the crazy part about it? The crazy part about that video, dog, the way he commentated that, it kind of seemed like that's what Harvey Dog was doing, bro. It like when he said 5, I'm looking at his lips while he's making the count, and it kind of seemed like he said 5 2 times. 5. You know, it did kind of seem like that though. Yeah, I'm like, you know what, man? Let me go back and watch this fight for the 4th time. You know, I gotta watch Harvey Dog again, boy. They were born Harvey Dog at the fight. When I was there, they were born. Anyway, man, we finna drop these phone lines. It is what it is, man. Y'all let me know, man. And the Bud Crawford interview. I love that Bud Crawford interview. I haven't seen all of it, but we can talk about that as well. Phone lines open.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I'm just sitting back, man. Like, you know, it's a whole lot of info out there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sway the remix God funny. I ain't gonna lie. That shit funny the bubble. I'm gonna play that again for the show with. You can believe that. My main man Deontay Wilder back in the studio. Floyd just bought another watch. For all of y'all who say Floyd Mayweather broke. For all of y'all say money made. For all y'all saying money made broke. Where he at? Like I said before. What Mr. Like I said before. Where he at? Here go Mr. Like I said before. Here you go right here. Hey Floyd, go ahead and let him know what you just bought.
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude.
Hey, notice how they keep making the emphasis on $1.8 million. They keep, yeah, $1.8 million.
That's insane. That 1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show them what they say.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Hey, he said this watch was made specifically for the champ. I bet it was. True. Hey, look here. Hey, John, I bet it was. Yeah, man, I got this old dumb ass nigga coming over here. Who you got coming over here? Man, I got the champ, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, this watch was made specifically for him. Specifically? Yeah, specifically. Yeah, this watch made specifically for him. Yeah, how much it cost? $1.8 million. You mean, is that the Cuban zirconia that you bought from China that look like real diamonds? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but you ain't paid with $1,000 for all of it. Shh, don't say that. Don't say that to nobody. No, but now you did pay $5,000 for the watch. Yeah, I did. You know, the watch real like gold plated and platinum and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, but okay, so how much you selling it to him for? $1.8 million. $1.8 million? Yeah, that man ain't finna buy that. Shh, I'm trying to tell you, he finna buy them. He finna buy. I swear to God, he gonna buy. He finna come over here right now. Hey, here you go. Specifically for the champ.
One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
I think that's the guy who be asking him all the questions to do right here. I don't know on Fight Night.
How much is it?
Hey, the dude smiling.
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
Got him. Hey, boy. Why the A-Rab? This ain't, hold on. This what I want to know. Hey, Marky VR, I got one question. Again, I ain't got nothing against, and again, hey, what blood? Hey, Retro. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. But hey, Mason, why the A-Rab got to be we don't have no black jewelers. It ain't no black jewelers in America that make custom made jewelry. Why the A-Rabs? And I'm not hating. I ain't hating on nobody. But what it seem like the Chinaman and the A-Rabs getting all the money. Like it's like, dog, they making all the custom pieces. All the black athletes spending all this crazy money with them, even though the jewelry fugazi. But that's neither here nor there. Like we ain't got nobody. Ain't nobody in the hood. Or we can go to a local bodega and they ain't nobody at the local bodega making any ice or nothing. You get what I'm saying? And these dudes making a killing. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, dog. We made this piece specifically for you, champ. This for you. Hey, Dave, I made this piece specifically for you. This your piece right here. This your piece right here. I'm telling you, girl, you ain't got ain't nobody got this. This yours. This yours right here. I made this piece specifically for you. Specifically. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, don't even worry about it. I'm trying to tell you, yeah. Nigga falling for nigga falling for the fugazi. What they be getting these niggas? What they say, hey, check this out. They see him coming from a mile away. They see him coming. Hey, shout out to the Nick and Nita show. They see him coming from a mile away. Yeah, dog, I got me one, dog. Got him. Yeah, damn, dog. It cost you, man, to put that entire piece together cost you about 10 grand. That's a $10,000 piece you put there. Yeah, it cost me 10,000, but it gonna cost him 1.8. Yeah, but them ain't really real diamonds. Yeah, but he don't know the difference.
True.
He don't know the difference. He don't know. He do know. What if he use a tester? Yeah, he gonna use the tester. The tester he gonna use is the one that I gave him. The tester he gonna use. Hey, shout out to Boost Gas. The tester he gonna use is the one that I gave him. That's real ice. Hey, shit, you better off going to get some jewelry from Hustle Man. That's real ice there, Chief. Chief, that's real ice there. Look at that. Look at the clarity in that, Chief. Look at the clarity in that. You can see your face in that. You see the way it's sparkling in the light? You see the way bro, I was watching the video. This is honest God truth. I was watching the video, right? Because a whole lot of these videos coming out of China. It was they showed the Chinese jewelry maker, right? He say, look, man, them same stones that y'all think are diamonds that we make right over here. He say, look, like this is the closest thing to a diamond you're gonna get. Like it ain't but that ain't a diamond. And they showing it, right? And I guess he held it up to a real diamond. I couldn't tell the difference. And bro, you really couldn't tell the difference. And then he had a little tester. He said, yeah, see, these testers, you got to know what kind of tester to get. Because, this right here, so you put it, if you put this, he put the tester on the real diamond and put the tester on the Fugazi diamond. And guess what? It read the same thing.
True.
I like, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I made this piece specifically for you, champ. This for you. Ain't nobody gonna get this one. Carter, what's your name? You calling from?
Corey from Texas.
Hey, Corey, talk to me.
Man, I don't know where we started at today. That was a heck of a monologue. Other than music.
Hey, you already know, man. You know how I do it.
Yo, that was crazy. But so first off with the Eddie Hearn and the Dan Rafael thing.
Yeah.
Dan, you're right. Dan was, like you say, he was the guy 10 years ago, a couple of years back before you even decided to open a channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
He was the guy you would go to just for ESPN boxing before Carpenter.
Yeah.
Tim Batter, it was him, and that was it. So yeah, it's funny how people like you have come on YouTube, and now everybody. I ain't gonna say no names because I don't even want to mention their channel. It's funny how everybody want to cover every fight, but before you came on YouTube, the zone was a dead zone, and all these places with it. So it's just funny how that kind of switched around. As far as Wilder, man, and that situation, you said it before. A lot of the cats, you said it before. A lot of the cats that's from certain places, and it's like you say, it's the first time they getting women.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. But 50 Cent and them warned them. It's like, dog, like me and Big Baby, we from New York, and I got family in the Bronx. It's like They ain't lying. When you get on the train in New York, you see every chick from everywhere, all over the place, mixed this and that. So they don't be on that simping stuff and like NY like that. But like you say, like Country Bunkers, as your boy Ron Boy Fresh say, Bama, you know, he from there. And there ain't no disrespect to Alabama. It's just I think it's the first time he found a fine chick, or like you say, quote unquote complexion with the light skin, exotic mid east or whatever, some type of mix, and he just didn't know what to do. And then as far as that AB shit, coach, I don't know. I don't know what happened to that dude, man. I don't know why he don't start a podcast.
AB, man.
You know
AB, man. AB in his draws. AB in his draws. You know, trying to become a Chippendale dancer for the gram. Out there in the grass with that 1982 barbecue grill. I say, dang, he don't fell off, dog. Man, Agent Broner don't fell off.
And it's stupid because he could still, like, if he don't want to box, there's a lot of stuff he could do. I mean, you see having Mahrez work with his own. Like, I think it's people that like AB enough and is scared that they would get him a job. But like you said, you flushing 20s down the toilet. I mean, you got to realize there's people that live off of $80,000 to $100,000 a year. Like, the money you made, it take people 20, 30 years. And I don't know. He was crazy. But about that fight, coach, I think if the ring walk is like 6 p.m. your time, I know you'd be hectic on Saturday. So if you can get home by 6 p.m., you know, you can watch. I know everybody's been asking because, you know, the fight parties just be fun.
Yeah.
You know, was it next week? You know, next weekend is like a doubleheader. It's a Friday night and a Saturday night card.
Yeah. I think Devin Haney and them fight, Ryan Garcia and them fight next Saturday. Was that next Saturday? Let me see.
One of them is Friday. One of them is Friday. One is Saturday. Canelo is one or the other, and then Ryan and them is the other one. I was like, this is from those 2 weeks here, but yeah, right, that shit crazy. What you think, coach? Before I get out, like, what do you think when you saw that she was like booed up with somebody else that fast? And then this will fuck me up. When you read 2023, I was like, hold up, she was still with Wilder in 2023. They just broke up like last year when he got knocked out by the thing when he was doing the spinning back to his head.
Hey, man.
Shit crazy, coach, but great show, bro. This is crazy.
All right, salute,
fam. Something else, bro. Please.
Hey, doggone. Well, they love us. They know they love us and friends. You know, they love us and friends. You know, so they sitting there. You know, they sitting there. You know, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the sister, man. You know, she done moved on. She done moved on. Wilder done moved on. You know, it is what it is. You know, so hope everything work out. You know, I ain't really got nothing to say, you know, about that. I'm just talking about like some of these dudes who you think are reputable people. They not. Some of them ain't reputable like that, man. Because they be out there pushing certain narratives because they don't like a certain promoter or a certain individual, and that's fine. But at least come out and say that. Say, you know what, I don't like this dude. That's why I'm saying this about him. I'm inclined to believe it because I don't like the guy. So that's why it's very, very important to always look at a person's angle. Like when some information is dropped, you know, what is his angle? Is he dropping his information because he really is concerned about the well-being of the public and he wants them to know the right information so they can be informed, or is he dropping this because he has an ulterior motive? And most of them have ulterior motives for the most part. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But Deontay Wilder. So, as a matter of fact, hold on. I told y'all I was going to show y'all the video, the interview. My bad. I didn't show it to you. I told y'all I was going to show y'all that interview of Eddie Hearn, and I didn't show it to y'all. That's on me. That's on me. Where the fuck I saw it at? Damn, how the fuck? What did I see it at? Hold on, let me see. Is it here? Y'all bear with me one moment. Let me see. What did I see it at? Is it on my IG page? No, that's the remix. That's that. I thought somebody sent it to me on Instagram, but I guess they didn't. What did I see it at? On Twitter. My bad. It's on X. It's on X. That's why I saw that on X. Let me go to my X page. Let's see Shannon Sharp on the page. Here we go right here. Here we go right here. Let me go ahead and share this page. I'll let you guys hear from Eddie Hearns, let you hear from the horse's mouth. And we still haven't heard anything from Shakur Stevenson confirming anything that this guy, Dan Rafael, said.
Eddie, away from matters on Saturday, there's been so much boxing news. And one of the big, I think, stories in the last couple of days, and again, you can confirm this because you know what Twitter's like and social media, people just make up stories and run with them. But it's Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, look, big fight for him against William Zepeda. You've promoted the last couple of Shakur Stevenson fights. It seemed as though everything was fantastic. He's been over here. I'm sorry, just the one. Apologies. What's the situation with Shakur Stevenson? Because we're hearing
the situation is quite straightforward. We have a two-fight agreement with Turki Al-Sheikh and Shakur Stevenson, which includes the Zepeda fight, and that's how it is. You know, I was with His Excellency today for a couple of hours, and the team. You know, I saw the news as well, and obviously just wanted to say to him, you know, we do have this agreement, right? I mean, one, it's papered, and two, it's confirmed in front of everybody, and the answer is absolutely. So July 12th is the last of that agreement, but hopefully we can promote Shakur Stevenson for the rest of his career. I mean, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world. I've always said that our agreement with him is 2 fights, and we hope that it extends beyond that. And hopefully we can beat Zepeda on July 12th and then move into big fights.
So is Eddie Hearn lying or Dan Rafael and Rick Glaser lying? That's the question. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because as I said before, Shakur Stevenson haven't said anything. So where this stuff is coming from, well, we know where that came from. Hold on. Let me go over here. Let's see, can I find this shit? Let's see. Is that Rick Glaser? All right, cool. Now y'all saw what Dan Rafael said about the firing and all that. We did a show on that. So Rick Glaser said that right here, spoke about Edgar Berlanga. Then he said Shakur Stevenson has left Eddie Hearn. Shakur is now with Lou DiBella on what I'm told is a fight by fight deal. Eddie Hearn has fallen out of favor with Turki Al-Sheikh, rightfully so. Now you know. That's what he said. Let's continue. That's what he said. Let's pull this up. So, going off of what Rick Glaser said and Dan Rafael said, is Eddie Hearn lying?
Eddie, away from matters on Saturday, there's been so much boxing news. And one of the big, I think, stories in the last couple of days, and again, you can confirm this because you know what Twitter's like and social media, people just make up stories and run with them. But it's Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, look, big fight for him against William Zepeda. You've promoted the last couple of Shakur Stevenson fights. It seemed as though everything was fantastic. He's been over here. I'm sorry, just the one. Apologies. What's the situation with Shakur Stevenson? Because we're hearing
the situation is quite straightforward. We have a 2-fight agreement with Turki Al-Sheikh and Shakur Stevenson, which includes the Zepeda fight, and that's how it is. You know, I was with His Excellency today for a couple of hours, and the team. You know, I saw the news as well, and obviously just wanted to say to him, you know, we do have this agreement, right? I mean, one, it's papered, and two, it's confirmed in front of everybody, and the answer is absolutely. So July 12th is the last of that agreement, but hopefully we can promote Shakur Stevenson for the rest of his career. I mean, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world. I've always said that our agreement with him is 2 fights, and we hope that it extends beyond that. And hopefully we can beat Zepeda on July 12th and then move into big fights.
So, question, again, a lot of these, as I said before, these credible sources, you have to question them. And I say credible with quotations. You got to question them. When you hear certain information, okay, let's put it this way. If I, like you got people who hate PBC and Al Heyman. And they always going to put out negative information about PBC and Al Heyman because of their hatred and dislike for them. Understandably so. You have people who hate and dislike Top Rank. So any information that they receive, that supports their dislike for Top Rank, they're going to put that information out there about them because they don't like Top Rank. Then you see people who are pro certain promotional companies. They pro PBC or pro Top Rank or pro Golden Boy. And Golden Boy is a company that's doing it the right way. And PBC is the company that's doing it the right way. And all these other companies is the company that's doing it the right way. But you're shitting and defecating on the other companies. That tells you everything you need to know.
True.
I can't, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't say it make it no plainer than that. As I said the other day, I said, man, I don't believe this shit true because if it was true, once Shakur would have came out and said something, that's why I said, did Shakur Stevenson confirm that he fired Eddie Hearn? And the answer was no. So the people who put that out there, they lied because of their dislike for Eddie Hearn. Carl, hold on. And if you dislike Eddie Hearn, you have a right to do that. I don't know the motherfucker. But when you put that information out there, make sure you put it out there and look, man, I don't like this dude. I haven't really confirmed it. If you ain't confirmed it, then, that's one thing. But, I guess these guys who like legacy media, they are supposed to be held to a higher standard, but they are no different than the YouTube channels. The legacy media now is no more different than the clickbait YouTube channels. They're no different. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Yo, Coach, this is Mason from Flint, Michigan. What's going on with you?
Hey, Mason, talk to me.
Hey, so when it comes to Dan the Fat Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does he have to gain by, spreading a false rumor like this? How would that benefit him?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay. Because anytime I see some shady shit going on, I always look for who got the most to gain from the shady shit that's going on. So when I seen what Dan Rafael said, I'm like, okay, well, what he got to gain by this shit or by doing this? And then where does Jay Prince come in or all of this? Because remember when the rumor first got spread, he's like, oh, he fired Jay Prince too.
Yeah, that came from Dan Rafael.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, you just don't fire Jay Prince. It don't work like that. At least not from a Shakur standpoint, I wouldn't think. But I say all that to say this. Dan Rafael's a fucking liar. This Twitter shit is out of control. This YouTube shit is out of control. This shit, brother, like, that's why we just be kicking it and laughing about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Funny. He's saying it's out of control.
I'm telling you, my nigga Two-Tone, nigga, I love Two-Tone. I fuck with Two-Tone. But some of the shit that even come out his mouth, it's like, nigga, that shit is so far from the truth. Yeah, and I ain't never been a nigga to just talk because I got lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to say some shit, I at least want it to be true. But like I say, man, this YouTube shit, man, these niggas making these videos and sending out these tweets, you don't know what to believe these days, man. Nah. These niggas be on some.
And so let me ask you this. What does Eddie Hearn have to gain by coming out refuting that he's been fired and reassuring that, we got Shakur for one more fight? I even spoke to Turk on the sheet and confirmed everything. So is Eddie Hearn lying? What does he have to gain?
Man, and that's the thing, man. All these niggas be lying. Like my man you interviewed a couple years ago, I think he's from DC, Peterson, the Peterson kid. And I'll never forget when you interviewed that nigga.
Lamar Anthony Peterson. Yeah.
Was it Anthony Peterson?
Anthony Peterson, yeah. Light skinned dude from DC.
Yep.
Yeah.
That nigga said boxing is like the boxing business is like organized crime, nigga. You don't know all these niggas is liars, all these niggas is snakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the beginning of time, this shit was ran by the mafia. It's all dirty business. So niggas just trying to stay safe and, you know what I'm saying, backdoor each other any way they can backdoor each other. It's all kind of weird shit going on. But like I said, that's why I love the podcast. We just sit up here, smoke weed, and talk shit about it and laugh at it. And keep on pushing and wait for the next fight to come on.
The shit, like, you know, as I said, fam, I said, man, once I like reassessed everything, and I decided to take all my emotions out of the boxing game right now, the way it is, you know. Now I've enjoyed it a lot more. Like, I don't take none of this shit personal. Ain't nothing personal. I don't take what people say in chats. I don't take what, you know, because I get it. I understand the psychology. I don't study them. You know, I know they gonna gain bang for certain fighters, gain bang for certain promotional companies. You know, they gonna live their lives vicariously. They gonna send some mean tweets or send some gun emojis, but that's about it. You're not gonna see them. You're not gonna see them at no fights. Ain't nothing popping off. Ain't no content creators throwing hands with no other content creators when they see each other. No, none of that be happening. Once I realized all that, I'm like, oh man, this shit ain't real. This shit ain't real. This shit ain't real. This shit just some, man, this the virtual world for real. This shit ain't real.
For real. But yeah, man, that's my call, Coach, man. I appreciate you, my nigga.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, shout out to my man Mason, man. Flint, stand up. I'm like, yeah, this shit ain't, man. You know, like these fighters don't hate each other. Like, you know, these fighters ain't, you know what I mean? They may get in front of a camera and say some dumb stuff about one fighter. One fighter may say, I don't like Canelo, I don't like Bud, I don't like Tank, Tank don't like Shakur, and Shakur don't like Tank, or Devin Haney, and you'll see Devin Haney, Shakur, and Tank all together. Ain't nobody throwing no hands. They could be talking, having a conversation. It ain't like that. It ain't like that, dog. I'm tired of telling y'all it ain't like that. You get what I'm saying? I tried to tell you that. Shout out to Deal 87. Deal, if you wasn't here, was you here 2 days ago? If you was here 2 days ago, I already had on address that about what you're saying about no promoter can get fired. Yeah, we already knew that. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was a lie. It was a lie that was being peddled by people who hate Eddie Hearn. That's all it was. People, you know what I mean? So it is, you know, it is what it is. It was a lie. Hey, what you say? Damien say CB4 like a mother. Hey, Damien, bro, I'm telling you, bro. That's why I be laughing. Hey, man, Coach, what's your name? Made a video about you. You heard what he said about you? I said, yeah, I ain't about to think about that nigga, man. I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about him. When they see you, they offer to buy you a drink. I'm telling you. Like again, like the most peaceful community on social media is the boxing community. It's the most peaceful. It's the most peaceful community on social media. It's boxing. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing. You know what I mean? Just being honest. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
It's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis, talk to me.
And I always fuck with Eddie Hearn, man. I don't understand the hate, you know what I'm saying? That he be getting, you know, he go all out for his fighters. And when you look at the moves that he always make, man, that dude a smart dude, man. You know, like he kind of be seeing, you know, things before they play out. Like, you know, even moving to the zone. At first, everybody was clowning it, saying that's the dead zone. And, you know, you fighting on the app, can't nobody see you and this and that. And now everybody trying to go over there. You know what I mean? Like ESPN closing up shop and, you know, Showtime closed up everything. And, you know, Al Heyman trying to keep it together with this Amazon thing and Bob Arum trying to see what Amazon do. But Eddie Hearn, you know, he jumped over there first and it's been a good thing ever since he's been over there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people forget that he's kind of the reason that Jake Paul is as big as he is. You know, he introduced Jake Paul and his brother to the social media boxing, and that kid took off. And, you know, they've been on a tear ever since that. And then the other things, too, like with Turkey coming in the game, everybody was talking about that. And, you know, now everybody going to the Turk to get fights made and to get money. So, you know, he kind of see it before it play out. you know, he a smart dude, and you know, I don't understand why people would believe that Shakur can just get up out of that contract like that and just walk away without Eddie Hearn getting some type of compensation or getting paid for future fights. You know, it doesn't happen, and Shakur would be the first one to make that happen on any promoter.
I mean, I don't know if you would have tuned in to Monday show. I said that Monday. I say, bro, that doesn't need to make any sense. Like, there's no such thing as a fighter being able to fire a promoter when you have a binding contract that keeps you with them for 2 fights. I say, unless you have a 2-fight deal with an option where you can opt out after the first fight. Very similar to what they do in the NFL and what they do in football and stuff like that. You sign a 5-year, $100 million deal. You know, but you can opt out. You can opt out after the 4th year. They do that all the time. The option. You know what I mean? The option that option to become a free agent or whatever the case may be. So it was never explained. It was just, hey, he got fired. He got Lou DiBella, and now and then Rick Glaser jumped on it and reiterated what his enemy Dan Rafael, who he called a fat man, said. You know, it's amazing because both of them fat. But you know, he reiterated that and kind of found out it wasn't true. Wasn't true at all.
Man, they just dislike Eddie Hearn because, you know, like, again, man, that dude a smart dude, and, you know, he be making moves and he talks shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they want to see him fall on his face. They want to see him be wrong. They want to see him lose. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's how they feel, that's fine. That's fine. But just don't put no information out there, you know, like what you say is law. Yeah, that's law, dog. That's an old saying we used to say back in the day. That's law. And like what you saying is law. No, but what you saying is lying.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna tune in, man.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to Curtis. Yeah, what you saying is lying. That ain't law. Hey, you from Florida. You know that. You old school from Florida. You know that. Nigga, that's law. That's law, dog. Nigga, that's law. You know, that's law, like saying, it's like saying I swear on my baby head, or say you swear on your baby head. Say you swear on your grandma's grave. Say you swear on your mama head, or whatever the case may be, right? Yeah, that's law. When you start doing that, I'm like, man, these so-called people who've been in boxing for a long time, not all of them, some of them, not all, but some, they ain't no different. They ain't no different from the most clickbaited, the most clickbait YouTube channel on social media. All this shit the same. Even the boxing websites, Boxing News 24, all of it the same stuff. It's the same. It's the same, bro. It's the same old flim-flam tomfoolery. Same old flim-flam tomfoolery. Same old. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that just rather, again, that's why I say if you listen to Monday's show, as a matter of fact, let me pull it up. Where's Monday's show? Go right there. Let's see. Go right here. Yep, this it right here. This was Monday's show. Go right here. Load this up. This is Monday's show. Y'all remember that? My sources told me you were fired. That was Monday's show. This is the thumbnail for that. I knew this was a lie. Before I didn't make the show. Because I asked the key questions. I said, well, how come Shakur Stevenson haven't confirmed this? Jay Prince haven't confirmed it. Eddie Hearn haven't confirmed it. This what you saying, and this what Rick Glaser saying. Why is that? And the name of the video, what was the name of the video? The name of the video was, did Shakur Stevenson confirm firing Eddie Hearn? That was a loaded question. You could tell by the way I worded it that that I knew it was a lie. I said, okay, well, how come did he confirm it? Because if he confirmed it, now we know that's what it is. Or since Jay Prince's name was thrown in it, if Jay Prince confirmed it, we know that's what it is. That wasn't it. And what did it say? Deal say Boxing News 24 is another pro PBC hype channel. Yeah. Oh man, hey, what you say, James Hunt? What you say? From you say Hearn revealed unintentionally to the media that Dan was double charging ESPN expenses for the Zone shows coverage, which Hearn had already paid. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know what the history is with them or what it's all about. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I just know some bullshit when I hear it. You get what I'm saying? I was checking out. Also, I was checking out. Yeah, man, that Shannon Sharp interview with Bud. Damn, that's a long interview. Damn, he looked like he interviewed Bud for 3 hours. Yeah, looked like he interviewed Bud for 3 hours. I like that because it's amazing. It's amazing because I remember, this is a true story. I had a dinner with some people out in LA one time, and that was his manager. I'm not gonna say the name of the fighter who he managed because it'll give it away. It'll give it away if it'll give it away. It'll give it away. And it'll give it away. If I say that, it's gonna be like I'm telling on the dude. So I ain't gonna say that. What was said at this dinner was supposed to stay there, but he spoke about how much he hated Bud. I think he called him ignorant. He said Bud was very ignorant, and he was upset with Bud because he's a manager. He manages a couple of fighters right now, and and the fighter was over there with ESPN, with Top Rank at one point in time, and he spoke about how he invited Bud to go out to the Source Awards or something of that sort, and he had to set up hold on. He had to set up to where Bud can go to the Source Awards. They were trying to build his profile. Well, he thought it'd be good for Bud. Bud said he'll go, and he didn't go. So he mad about that and all that stuff there, yada, yada, yada. But what I liked about the interview was he spoke about his background and his upbringing. And he said, man, all I ever want to do is just become a world champion. I wasn't even thinking about all this stuff I accomplished to this point. I just wanted to become a world champion. And then he did that. And then he spoke about how I've been doubted all my life. People have been telling me all my life what I ain't going to do and what I can't do because, I'm a little skinny, dark-skinned dude. I think he said something of that sort, dude from Omaha, Nebraska. The home of Malcolm X. You get what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, he's an overachiever. He overachieved. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach. I knew the thing between Shakur and Eddie Hearn was bullshit. We all heard about the agreement for the 2 fights. They had a contract of 2 fights. You gotta you can't just walk away. So Eddie, and also Eddie, he's not new in the business of boxing. I like Eddie personally. I feel that he's the best promoter. I feel that he knows what he's doing. And win or lose today, that guy is making the tough fights, man. You know what I mean? And that's why I like him. And one more thing about Eddie Hearn, you don't drop him; he drops you. We all saw what he did to Subriel Matias, right? Lost his first title defense, and Eddie said goodbye, just like that.
Well, I think because they had an option. He had an option to opt out. You know what I mean? Like if Eddie Hearn is bound to the contract as well, so you just can't. Right. If you have a contract with a fighter and you promise him 5 fights, and that's what that contract says, you can't say after the first fight, yeah, I'm done with you, I'm through. No, I'm contracted to you for 4 more fights. You got to pay me. So if he was able to break loose from Subriel Matias, more than likely he had a option to opt out, and he chose to opt out.
Oh, okay, it's possible. All right, but we don't know, but yeah, he we let him go. So. And Wilder's case, I saw the clip that you showed. The man was on his phone, and then he jumped up, happy like a motherfucker. He probably saw his ex with the next man and felt free. She's gone forever. So whatever, man. I hope it works out for all 3 of them. And now Adrian Broner, Coach, what's wrong with that boy, man? What's with his stomach? He's trying to be a stripper with a stomach like that?
Yeah, he blew up in between fights, so he let us wait. You know, let his weight get out. He don't stay in shape. He's not the guy that's gonna stay in the gym. He ain't no Terrence Crawford. He ain't no Shakur Stevenson. He not no Devin Haney blow up in between fights too. But he's not no Usyk or nothing of that sort or New Age. He don't stay in the gym like that. You know, so it is what it is.
Yeah, discipline, man. Lack of discipline with these guys. But yeah, man, he was on top of the world. You know, it's a shame that this happened to him, but that's what he was asking for, really. You know, I hope all the young fighters coming up today see this and don't repeat this shit. You know, the way he did it, the way I see it, is not the way to live, man. Nobody flushes money down the toilet like that. So, but anyways, that's my call. Respect from New York.
Absolute, fam. Yeah, somebody do. People, listen. People do flush money down the toilet. A fool will flush money down the toilet. Shout out the deal. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, why these jewelry hustlers saying one of one like they're never going to make a similar watch ever again? I promise. LOL capping, selling fake exclusivity. Yeah, you know what though? But check it out though. I'm gonna say this. I mean, it's a marketing pitch, it's a sales pitch. You know, if you tell them, hey man, you know, this is one-on-one, this is a special piece for you, it's a part of the sale. But then it's very easy to sell someone that's a gullible participant. So, you know, the thing is, you know, like they tell me, man, they can do whatever they want to do with their money. They can do whatever they want to do with their money. I can't tell a man what to do with his money. If he want to go spend $20 million on a watch or blow $15,000 at a strip club, he has the right to do that. I can't. You get what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. AB did a lot of that, and now you see where he's at now. He's auditioning for chipping deals in his draws. True. This interview right here is a dope interview. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. I can share some conversations. I can share some I can't. But I'm gonna say this. Bud was not liked. Once he came, especially when he came to the welterweight division, he was not liked. He was not liked by a lot of YouTube channels, boxing, their subscribers. When I came on board on YouTube, it was like the PBC, anything affiliated with the PBC was strong. It was strong at that time. And Bud, I think fans chose a side. And he was looked upon as the ops by certain YouTube channels. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Some would say that maybe the Boxing Voice was one of those channels. Some would say we already know Boxing Shigo. In fact, no, we already know that. The entire well, I ain't gonna say Alphabet Boys. The entire LDBC, we already know that. And any pro PBC channel, right? And then he wasn't really liked too much by his promotional company. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, Bob Arum came out and spoke ill of Terrence Crawford. But Bob Arum came out and spoke ill of Floyd Mayweather. I remember Bob Arum did the same thing to Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather was his fighter. When Floyd left, when Floyd bought himself out of his contract, Bob Arum was defecating on Floyd Mayweather, saying he wasn't a draw, he can't really sell, this and that. Y'all go back and look at the old videos. True. Bob Arum, you know, but when he get through with a fighter, I mean, that's what he does, right? So a lot of people in boxing, reporters, I ain't gonna say no names, boxing insiders, managers, they did not like Terrence Crawford. I noticed some conversations I've had with him, with his team. When I say his team, I'm talking about damn that. Well, everybody outside of Julie. Everybody outside of Julie. You know, they didn't like his personality. Bud is a very funny guy. You know what I mean? From a, you know, very hard to read. You know, but they didn't like his personality. He wouldn't open up to the media like the interviews and stuff he's doing now. He wasn't doing that years ago. He wasn't doing that. YouTube channels didn't like him. And I've heard this come out of their own mouth, specifically the LDBC. They didn't like him because Fred Barbershop Conversation was, I think he was the main one that started this. Shout out to Fred, but I got to call a spade a spade. Yeah, man, Terrence Crawford don't do interviews with black reporters. I think Fred was the one who put that out there when he was with the LDBC. He don't do an interview with black reporters. So they, so what happened was once he moved up to the welterweight division, they chose to side with PBC and Errol Spence. So since it was more of them and less Bud and his, I guess, fans or whatever the case may be, he's from a little town, Omaha, Nebraska, slim, dark-skinned nigga. He ain't nobody, he ain't fought nobody. But when he was at 140, 135, they loved him. They loved him. Listen, bro, if you go back and look at any video of Terrence Crawford before 2018, from 2018 on back, from the same people who defecated on him, you'll be surprised. So the biggest the biggest knock on him, from what I heard from people when I was in Vegas and LA and stuff like that, they were like, yeah, man, he was terrible with the media. He wouldn't do interviews. We couldn't get him to promote himself. None of that. He was very stubborn and pig-headed. He's not like the way he is now. Now he look like he done softened up a little bit. And as I said before, coming from a little town like Omaha, Nebraska, being around his family and stuff like that, he has a chip on his shoulder. Because so many years, when I heard him say in this interview, he said, look, man, all my life, people always doubted me. I wasn't expected to be anything. I mean, that's what him, Bomac, shout out to my main man, Red, Coach Red, Chance, Monty. I mean, that's what they told me. R.I.P. to Midge Minor. Like literally. That's what they told me. Yeah, man, Omaha. Normally, like he could have left and went to Vegas to train in the big, like Las Vegas out there. He said, no, I'm gonna keep my same team with me. I'm keeping my same team. The dudes who been with me since I was 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever. I'm keeping my same team with me. And we're gonna keep our headquarters right here in Omaha, Nebraska. So I don't know. Like, it's telling. It's telling. I got to look at the rest of the interview. I only seen like maybe 30 minutes of it. It's telling because it's like, as I said, then he got real hated. Then one thing I'm happy that he did do, he beat the shit out of Spence. Once he beat Spence, that kind of like killed everything. It was like a series of events that happened with that side. Wilder losing the trilogy again to Tyson Fury. Then he leaves, go fight with Turk Al-Sheikh. Then Spence get beat by Crawford, destroyed. And then later on that year, Showtime, Stephen Espinosa said that Showtime wasn't going out of business. And then at the end of the year, they folded like a lawn chair, the boxing part. And then it's just like one calamity after another calamity after another calamity. And this illusion about the PBC and Spence and the Wilders and all that stuff there, it kind of like dissipated from those losses. And from what I heard, when Bud beat Spence, that's what broke their back. From what I heard, that was the one that was the nail in the coffin right there. Like, damn, because Spence never was supposed to took that fight. Carter, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey Mo, what's good? What's the word, Salam?
Ron, boy, talk to me.
Shit, chilling. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, you know me. I've been the number one Bud fan for shit long as I can remember. But I'm gonna tell you the truth about Bud. Bud is not approachable, Salam. I mean, he's probably approachable to you because he pretty much knew you from what you do. But like, if he don't know you, he's not going to be like, you know what I'm saying? He's not approachable. I'm telling you, I walked up to the man. Last time I seen, it's been several incidents. He ain't bad. He just you just got those motherfuckers that just if I don't really know you, I don't say he don't fuck with you. He just don't fuck with you, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the way that man is. I never held it against him. Yeah, I never held that shit against him.
He'd be like, "Oh, fuck with Bud," because I said what's up, and he just gave me the nod. I ain't never say, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never say like, held that shit again. That's how that man is. I know a lot of homies like that. They like, why your man wrong? Why your man? Man, he cool, you know. But it is what it is. I walked up last time I seen him. We was at who we at? We was in Vegas at the Shakur fight. I had like $8 grand worth of motherfucking purple and black chips. I walked up here. I was talking to Steven Nelson. But like Sean was like, "Hey, what's up, bud?" You know, when your name is, he's like, "Show me." I started talking to Steven Nelson and Lil and his cousin. I mean, not his cousin, his little nephew. We rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve Nelson
so
nephew?
that's just how Bud. Huh?
Talking about Steve Nelson nephew?
No. Bud nephew. Lil,
you talking about Trey?
Javion. What's his name?
Trey?
You know, he's not the youngin' is what is it? Youngin' name. Tavion, something like that. Tavion.
Yeah, Trey.
Yeah,
Trey.
Tavon,
You're talking about Travion. Trey. Nickname.
Yeah, Travion. Yeah, youngin'. I was rapping at him and Steven Nelson. You know what I'm saying? Bud wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? That's how people are. But that's the energy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I said. That's actually the reason why I fuck with Bud. Is because I used to go to his fights, and keep in mind, I've been going to fights forever. When that motherfucker come out, it's a different feel. And I'm telling you, it is that killer. You know what I'm saying? I was like that. He's just different, Slim. He's a real fucking killer. Like, I ain't gonna bullshit you. It's a different feel when Bud come out and he throw them hands. He give you that killer instinct hand, man. But like I said, he really not approachable in my opinion. But I never held that against him because what the fuck do I care? Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how that man rock. I ain't never say nothing bad about him. A lot of fighters is non-approachable. A lot of fighters are cool. Like you don't fuck with Shakur. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking. Like Shakur's approachable.
No, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with Shakur. I think he has an issue with me.
I mean, I know you. You saying that y'all had. I mean, you know what I mean. But Shakur is approachable. That's my little youngin. But it's just some fighters are like, I don't hold that shit against them. Like, man, motherfuckers are people. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers just don't want to be bothered. The fuck, get over it, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Bud just one of them motherfuckers, but he definitely lightened up a lot. I'm like, he lightened up definitely lightened up a lot. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. He lightened up a lot. But Bud was not approachable. He was strictly business. Like, he was like, man, if I don't fuck with you, Slim, I basically just don't fuck with you. He give you the nod. He ain't gonna disrespect you. He just give you the nod like, all right, whatever. Go on about your business, like, type shit. But he cool. But, like I said, when I see him, I usually... And Red is cool. Like, I was rapping to Red. Like, it was me, Red, Steven Nelson, and Red is cool. Like, you can rap. Bo Mac, I'm gonna be honest with you. Bo Mac and Bud sort of the same. Y'all, Bo Mac ain't really that approachable either.
They're very suspicious of people. They really don't. They really don't like.
Bo Mac and Bud is not. Yeah, they are not approachable. I'm telling y'all, man, them motherfuckers is not approachable. But I never held it against them. But Red will talk to you all day. Steven L, all them motherfuckers will talk to you all day. But that's all I got for you, Mo. But you know, I just wanted to give you my little 2 cents about this whole Bud thing. But that's it, Slim. I'm out.
Shout out to Ron Boy, DC, stand up. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that he's not approachable and none of that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never had that experience with him. I've never had that experience with him. I've heard people say that he's not approachable, this and that. Bro, I've never had that experience with him. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been approachable to me. You know, I had never experienced that. What other people say they have experienced, but Bo Mac. Yeah, I've never had that experience with Bo Mac, neither. But he kind of right about that. You know, I don't know if it's because they keep the circle real tight. They keep it real tight. Like, yeah, you know, like they the definition of like no new friends. I think what's my main name? Drake made a song called No New Friends years ago. Like, they keep it real tight ship. Like I heard somebody in the chat say that, you know, he suffered from rejection. I don't think that he suffered from rejection. I think that you know, there's an old saying, tough times make tough people. I say that, right? Tough times make tough people. And I think that a part of his journey, all of the things that he's been through in his life has led up to him becoming the man that he is today. So in life, sometimes hardships are necessary in order for you to become that which you are going to become. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If you take how do you make a diamond? If you take a piece of coal and you put a lot of pressure on it over a period of time within the earth, as the earth shifts and stuff, that pressure from the earth on the coal eventually over time turns that coal into a diamond. Just throwing that out there, right? And it has to go through a refining process or whatever, right? Once you get it out and all that stuff there. Just like you take a piece of ore, iron ore, and hold on. Carla, hold on. You take a piece of iron ore and you take it out and you beat it with the hammer and you beat it and you put it back in the water. You put it in the fire and you beat it again. You're shaping it. But by the time we get the silverware or the sword or the knife or whatever the case may be, we get the finished result. But it took the refinement process. Sometimes you got to go through the fire of the furnace in order to become that which you are going to be made. So when you're going through that process, it's refining you. So I don't look at that as suffering. People say, yeah, man, his mom treated him bad, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Like him and his mother love each other to death. Him and his mother just like this. So I'm like, well, I took it differently. I said, well, you know what? Had she not pushed him the way she pushed him or been the way she was with him, because his mother's old school. You know, Miss Deborah old school, you know, and that's just how them old school folks are. You know, that made him who he is today. Had it not been for her doing that, he probably wouldn't be the fighter he is today. So, you know, I'll call her. What's your name? Where you call her from?
Yeah, what's going on, Coach? This is Mr. Ham.
Mr. Ham, talk to me.
Yeah. Just piggyback off of what you're saying about Bud's interview. I loved it. I watched probably about 3+ hours of it. I just had it going on in the background while I was handling my business. But a couple things I did notice. Bud, it seems like he opened up more to both Hunk and yourself. I mean, you got to look at it from a regional standpoint. You know, we all, in a nutshell, we country boys from Georgia and Florida.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
And Omaha has a lot of similarities to that, just by the way it's been described. And even people on the outside, the first thing they're going to say is, yeah, it's country. And even he said, it was like, man, people ask me, are there black people in Omaha? Like he's the only one there, him and his family.
Yeah.
And, you know, just taking that perception and all. Bud is loyal. He's loyal, number one. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think that probably rubbed a lot of people in the wrong way. He figured that out at a young age, and you can tell. And now it's to the point where in the land of boxers that are not the most articulate, he's standing out like a giant now, because he's starting to become more of a spokesperson, believe it or not, and the most unlikely of spokespersons for boxing. Starting to notice it more and more with how comfortable he is with the interviews.
Yeah, the camera.
It just seems like he's starting to open up even more, starting to be even more eloquent with his speaking or what have you. But you know, it's just one of those things, man. We have it natural to where on one end we got to be ourselves. We can show that southern hospitality, but at the same time we can be guarded too. And we know who to look out for, what to look, whose house you don't go to at this time, which chick not to deal with from here, and
talking about discernment.
Bud picked up on that.
Discernment.
Yeah, very much discernment. Yeah. And Bud picked up on that. But Bud is smart. He's guarded. He's rational, and I think even when you talk about the situation with his mom, as he's grown older, he probably gained even more of an appreciation for it. It was like, you know what? I needed that. I needed that to fuel me. I didn't need her if she would have told me she loved me more, I wouldn't been the boxer that I became or the man that I become. He spoke about his father's relationship.
His dad,
and
too,
it wasn't that his father wasn't that his father was a deadbeat. His father was just in a whole different city. And just kind of bringing that to the fold and how he wants to raise his children and keep them in one location because of what he went through as a child, growing up at that point. So, yeah, it's a lot of nuggets in there. It's a great interview, and it's inspiring as well. And one thing I can say is for anybody, a younger person that we might be in contact with, you just never know your presence and what impact it may have on them later. If you just don't
hey, you know what? Hey, check this out. Before I let you go, check this out. Bro, you got, listen, I'm watching the interview, right? Looking at the chat because it was live. And there were some dudes in the chat. I think it was some Canelo fans. There was a debate going on about Canelo and Crawford, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Then you had people who hated Crawford. Oh, Crawford ain't did this, he ain't did that. And I'm like, my nigga, did you know how miserable you have to be to watch a guy that you don't like? You go to any chat that he's been talked about on or any interview that he's been talked about on, and you go in there specifically just to hate on the guy that's way more successful than you. The fighter that you know, the fighter that you cap for, don't even know you exist. And this man has succeeded in life, and he's very humble, not flashy. He got plenty of money, not flashy. Everything people say that he can't do or won't do, he's doing it and has done it. And I'm like, my nigga, do you know how miserable you have to be to still for years be in the chat shitting on a guy who is running circles around you in life? And I'm like, this dude ain't even like the fighter who you cap for don't even know you exist. And I told you, hold on, Ron Boy Fresh was just on the show, just called. These fighters look at you males in these chats who cap for your fighter to try to deprecate another fighter. They look at you like male groupies. They don't even like you approaching them. Like Ron said, Bud ain't approachable. A lot of them fighters, some of them, they don't even like that. They want you to. It's cool to take the picture and keep it pushing, but when you start showing that you fanned out, it's a very uncomfortable, and it is what it is. I'm just glad that some of these dudes could just do it in the chats because I would hate to see what they're doing in person.
Oh, it'd be like a loop video from back in the day.
Cat beat coming, cat beat coming, cat beat coming, cat beat coming, cat beat coming.
Free Willie Paul. Yeah. Hey, it's funny. You go right back to what you said in their own way. Yeah. They're pretty much hating Bud to his success.
Yeah,
Bud even made mention of that. Yeah, he even made mention to it. It's like it amazes him how he gave a couple of examples, but he was just saying in general how people would critique fighters and athletes, and they're not physically on that same level. They never played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if they did play, they probably got to a certain point. So it always amazes him how people would put up so much energy to critique as opposed to just, it's one thing to critique, but these jokers, they take it to a whole different level. And he made mention of it. He made mention of a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I got to go back and listen to it. Yeah, I like what I heard. Yeah. I say, damn, yeah, he's relaxed a lot, bro. Like, just even from the time I met him in 2022, I'm like, yeah, he done relaxed a lot. Like, man, he because I've spoken to a lot of people about him, different places, and there's a lot of motherfuckers don't like him in boxing. They can't stand him. You know what I mean? They don't say nothing about his boxing skills. They just like, they ain't like his personality, this and that, and yada, 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 yada. And, I want to throw these people under the bus, but he know who these people are, and his team know who they are, but I haven't said anything to them. I haven't said anything to them about who some of these people are and what they said. But, they know them. If I say the names, they'll know who I'm talking about. But, they just a tight-knit team. That's all.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's wise that he thinks that way. Oh, last little bit I was just going to say is, it's weird that it happens. It's like those in the chat that they're almost like Grumpy Smurf when they follow him.
Yeah, he say Grumpy. Grumpy Smurf. That's a good analogy. Grumpy Smurf always upset. Always like, Grumpy, what's wrong? What you mad at now? Oh, I don't like him. Why he got to ride around in that Lamborghini? Oh, he's riding around on that private jet. Oh, how did he land that Canelo fight? He didn't deserve that fight. Oh, he landed the Spence fight. Spence shouldn't even fought. Oh, how he got paid all this money. Took all his shit losing money. Oh, why he gotta get paid 50% of this? Bro, it's like, my nigga, like, let it go. It's over, fam. It's over.
Hate.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, I'm like, what the same old shit. Nigga, you still mad? Bro, listen, that's what inspired. That's what inspired, like these phone calls. The phone calls, that's what inspired, that's what inspired this soundbite.
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad. Look at you. You mad. I don't get paid to argue with you. Who is you? You ain't nobody.
That shit is a waste of my time, fam. It's just a waste of my time. Yeah, fam. Yeah, dog. Whatever. You finished? Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you say, dog. Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that. You get what I'm saying? That just, because some of these sap suckers, they have an argumentative spirit, and they just want to argue, yell, bitch, whine, moan, complain, just for the sake of doing it. I'm like, dog, I got too much shit going on, and like, nah, dog, like this, man, wrap this shit up, man. That's why we had to pull out the Jeopardy music. Stick around here whining again, dog. Dog, you been crying for 10 minutes straight, dog. You ain't through crying yet. All right, when this song go off, I'm finna get off the phone with your ass now. You get what I'm saying? They're like, damn, that we're really that was for She-Block, because he want to call him filibuster and all that stuff there, but she that was out for She-Block. But yeah, some motherfuckers just bitter, dog. Shout out to Taylor. Some motherfuckers just bitter. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real though, some mugs, they just bitter, dog. That just reality to the situation. Some motherfuckers just gonna always find some shit to complain about, be mad about. You don't like a motherfucker, but yet you watching this interview. Sir, if you don't like it, why you watching it? I don't like the nigga. The nigga ain't all that and this and that. Or why you watching it? Why take yourself through the mental torture of watching an entire 3-hour interview of someone that you don't like? Make it make sense. Why take yourself through that? You know what? You're a pain freak. That's what we say. That's what we say in my city. Yeah, dog, you're a pain freak, dog. You just like pain. You are a gluten for pain. You love it. You love it. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to the Martin. He say sports are the home of double standards. What bothers us about one person is what makes the next person special. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, for me, it ain't that serious. But you know what, though? I'm going to be honest with you. Shout out to Willie Sumner. Salute, fam. I'm going to be honest with you, man. You know what, man? It's a lot, it's a lot of people like me, though. I just thought about that shit. I don't know what it is, because I'm an extrovert. That's why I say, I give off a certain kind of energy, so I don't give off no F nigga energy. F, y'all know F, F-U-C-K. I don't give off that kind of energy, so it's just something about me, like some people, it just, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't give off that kind of energy, fam. Like, people who don't rock, but people too tough, I don't really have no issues with them like that. But then too, it ain't. It's all about whether people rock with you or they don't. It's about not trying to please people who don't rock with you. If a person don't like you, that's fine. Like, I think that's the mentality that he has. Like, he don't care nothing about who like him, who don't like him, whatever the case may be. You know, like, and I damn sure don't give a fuck. I give 25 fucks. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not lonely for a conversation. I got enough friends. I'm trying to get rid of some of the friends I have now. So, you know, and I don't have any emotional attachment to avatars. I just don't. You know, I don't. So I mean, yeah, some of these dudes, I be seeing some of these dudes, like some of the dudes that I'm like, this nigga over here, damn, I don't see this nigga in like 10 different chats. He over here complaining, saying, making the same arguments on different chats. Damn, dog, you over here in a different. I'm watching the Angry Man podcast. You know, shout out to the Angry Man. I'm watching Angry Man podcast. I'm seeing it. I'm watching non-boxing podcasts. Damn, this nigga over here, he over here crying. What are you crying about over here? He crying. Oh, it's the same dude I saw in my chat crying. What you crying about over here for? Yeah, man, another thing too. I don't like this and I don't like that. I said, okay, what are you going to do about it? Is there anything you can do about it? No, ain't nothing I can do about it. Oh, okay. True. Like, what's the point? You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to that interview. We're gonna do a show about that interview tomorrow because I want to listen to it. You know, Shannon Sharp asked some good questions. Shannon Sharp is one of the. I love his interviews. Who else do good interviews? I'm saying outside of boxing. In boxing, there's a couple of people do good interviews. Radio Raheem. Ness asks good questions. Boxing Boys. It's some more. Marcos Vegas. He asks good questions. Michelle Joy Phelps. Michelle Joy Phelps. I don't know about that. I gotta go back and look. She probably do, but I gotta go back and look. You know, because I really haven't watched a lot of her interviews. Who asks good questions in interviews? Andre Ward. I like Andre Ward interviews. You know, a good interviewer is someone that knows how to disarm the person that they're interviewing. A good interviewer is someone that know how to disarm you when you're doing the interview. And you will know it when you see it, because if that person is relaxed and you just flowing with the conversation, flowing with the questions, and he flowing with the answers, that tells you right there. He's Nigel from Cigar Talk does good interviews too. He do good interviews. You get what I'm saying? I ain't no hater. Like I'm gonna give it up. Like dude, I said, no, that dude, they're good. He good. Yeah, that dude good. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing somebody else, but oh yeah, Steve Kim, my main man, Steve Kim. Steve Kim do good interviews. Him and Mario Lopez, but definitely Steve. Yo, they do good interviews. Him and Mario do good interviews. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It might be somebody else I'm forgetting, fam. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, real quick, let me just piggyback off of one thing you said just now. You see, motherfuckers used to cry and complain about fighters not fighting each other or doing the soap opera shit. What did I always tell motherfuckers? Look at other divisions. If you look at other divisions, don't worry about what them other motherfuckers ain't doing in those other divisions not doing. What I always said, 140 was the best division, 154. You know why? Because the best of the best were fighting. If you was looking at those divisions, you wouldn't have time to worry about what's not happening at 60, who's cinnamon not fighting, or who the fuck wasn't fighting at 147 or at 135. You dig? But all motherfuckers did was complain and cry. What I say?
Fuck the division. Y'all better go look at some motherfucking divisions where motherfuckers is throwing hands. And I always said, what? 140. When I was the kid, who is 140? Ain't no names. That's your problem. You're not looking at the boxing. You looking at names, Mo. But yeah, motherfuckers are crying, complain all day. But just move on. Look at the motherfuckers that's giving you what you want. The best of the best fight, Mo. But that's all I wanted to say real quick.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, I was watching the Boxing Boys. I want to say that was 2 days ago or something. And that was Ness was talking about the fight card with Edgar Berlanga and Shiraz, Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, Super Ramirez versus Puello. He was talking about that fight card, and he was talking about how great of a fight card that is. And Ness, I ain't gonna lie, Ness got a bunch of crying ass niggas over there who be calling his show. And I forgot who it was that called the show, but he was complaining about the card. Oh, well, why does it have to be in New York? And why is Shakur not headlining? And I don't like Shakur, but he still need to be headlining. And Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he ain't making no money on this event, and he's spending too much money. And Ness was like, yo, aren't you just happy we're getting the fight? Like, this is a stacked card. This is a good card. It's an evenly matched card across the board. It's a good fight. Aren't you just happy that we getting the fight? Oh, well, and it's like this dude would just wanted to argue and complain for the sake of arguing and complaining. Like, some people are just professional complainers, literally. Carter, what's your name? Where you call it from?
It's the Prince, Coach West Texas in the building.
The Prince, talk to me.
Salute, Coach. Hey, man, yeah, I watched that interview with Bud, man. I gotta say, he was very open in this interview. Like the one caller said, he was talking about his relationship with his father, his sisters, his mother.
Yeah.
Talking about how he lost 12 amateur fights, and it was just very open. And I think that's why people are gravitating to him now, because he is being more open and more honest about, just about life and boxing. As a basketball fan, I gravitated more to that because you remember back in the day, I think it was Inside Stuff or something
Inside
like that.
Stuff,
came
yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to get into
Inside
the life
Edition or
of
something like that. I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we got to get into the life of the athletes, and that made you even like them even more, just for me personally. So now that Bud is opening up, like I said, I always liked him even before the Earl fight. I liked both of them, but just hearing him speak, man, and it just make me like it even more. You know what I mean? And I can tell that his attitude, he jokes, but he don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I may be kind of weird with that. People may not understand, but it's kind of like me. Like, I may say a joke with you, but I ain't going to play with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I liked that interview, man. It was a great interview. But one thing, Coach, let me ask you this. I heard him say that they fighting at 154. It's not going to be at 168.
Who?
Do you know anything about that?
Who?
The Crawford and Bud fight.
You talking about Bud and Canelo?
Bud and Canelo.
No, that's 168.
But Bud said at 154 today on that interview.
No, Canelo not coming down to 154.
Yeah.
If he said that, which I don't know, why would he say something like that? I don't know, but if he said that, that's not true. That fight at 168.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask you, because I heard him say it's gonna be at 154.
You sure? He said him and Canelo. So you saying Canelo gonna come down 2 weight classes to fight Bud? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's why I'm asking you, because I heard him say something about the Canelo fight being at 154. I was like, because Shannon asked him, how you going up 3 weight classes?
I think that was a mistake. That had to be a mistake. If he said it, because I didn't hear that part, but if he said it, that had to be a mistake.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, Coach, letting me call in, man. But I like the interview, and like I said, he opened up very more to people like me, like a casual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like him that he's opening up, Coach. But yeah, if you listen to it and catch that part, let me know if I was wrong. I might be wrong, Coach. You know what I'm saying, on the 154. But I'm pretty sure he said that they were fighting at 154. I could be mistaken though.
All right, salute, fam.
But
hey, shout out to the Prince, man. Oh yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you another guy who I like. He's a great interviewer. He has a way of disarming anybody who he interviews. He has a way of disarming them. This guy right here.
I know you once said, hey, look, if we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. Was that?
Man, I was. When I said
posturing or what was that?
When did I say that?
You know, that was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram. Yeah. What's going? But I was playing. Hey, man, nobody taking no 80-20, 70-30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like, yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20. But yeah, I was playing. Like I was serious about that, man. Like people can't take jokes.
Yeah, doggone Brian Custer. Brian Custer's a great interviewer as well. Facts. True. Brian Custer's a great interviewer. I love watching his interviews. You know, the good interviewer, you know how to disarm the person who you interview. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like a conversation. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like a conversation. You know, it's not like a good interview. It's not even like an interview. It's like y'all just sitting there talking, having a conversation, the camera on. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Raymond Moore. Salute to you, fam. Yeah, man. Yeah, Brian Custer, man. I like Brian Custer. It's some good dudes out there. Some good good cats out there that do great interviews. You know, in boxing, it ain't but. I'm saying, like, well, on YouTube, the YouTube channels, yeah, it ain't. Nah. It's Nash, and then, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I might be forgetting some people, but, you know, I haven't seen any, you know, cigar talk, stuff like that. But it's kind of like, again, like a lot of these fighters be guarded. That's what I be trying to say. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? I've been to a lot of these different cities, been around these fighters. A lot of these fighters be guarded, you know, and if they don't know who you are, a lot of them are not very approachable like that. I know for a fact they don't like the groupie shit. Like a lot of the shit that I be seeing going on in chats, they don't like that shit at all. They don't like the groupie shit. They don't. Shout out to G5. You say, Coach, give yourself some props for doing great interviews. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. G5. I appreciate that, fam. Yeah, but you know, they don't like that at all. They don't like that at all. They don't like that at all. They don't like the groupie shit. You get what I'm saying? They don't. He said, who's the guy from Seconds Out? You talking about Radio Raheem? Radio suckers never play me. I like Radio Raheem. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Hold on. What this is? Somebody just sent me this.
What you talking about? Oh. What you talking about? What you talking about a minute?
He gonna be tired in a minute.
I'm already tired.
He gonna be tired in a minute. All right, now, Shannon. Sit back. Breathe, man. Now listen. You did good that round. Okay. But you didn't do good that round.
Okay, you're right.
I see what you're trying to do, but you gotta keep your hands up.
Okay.
Go back to the basics.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay.
Keep the jab up.
Okay.
Come on, get out there, champ.
How many more minutes we got, Coach?
Hey, get out there. You got another round. Hey.
Okay.
Nigga tired, boy.
All them muscles, I told you. I told you was gonna get tired with all them muscles. I told you. And see, I'm little.
Yeah, see.
And you didn't get me out of there. Now
I got you out in the first round.
Now it's my turn. Yeah, you're gonna be rolling around and stuff.
You're gonna drag me to the deep.
Hey, you're gonna be rolling around talking about I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I got asthma.
Like Tommy Hearns had Martin locked up.
Hey, you gonna be talking about you got asthma. You ain't never had asthma.
I got asthma though.
Do you? Oh, see, I see.
I got exercise and juice.
You gonna be talking about I can't breathe. That's how them big dudes
put
be.
some water on my head, coach.
Hey, boy. hey, look here. Hey, all jokes aside, listen. Hey, that's some real stuff, though, boy. But let me tell you something. Listen, them muscles can't help you. Them muscles can't help you in no boxing match. Or even if you're not a conditioned wrestler, if you're not in conditioning, you can forget. I don't give a damn how big you are. You're gonna wear out. You're gonna get tired. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna get tired. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, we gonna talk about the Conor Ben fight. We're gonna cover that Friday. Conor Ben and doggone Chris Eubank. I'm looking forward to seeing that fight. I will be watching that fight. I don't know if I'm gonna be live, but I will be watching that fight. I like Conor. I like it's something about Chris Eubank, man. I like that dude, man. He got this pompous, arrogant attitude. I like him. I like him. What did Sailor Jessica say? Why did he mention Hearn and Martin? I don't know, man. And what you say? You said, "Yep, coach. You see how it's hurting Anthony Joshua?" Yeah, pretty much. But Evander Holyfield had muscle. It didn't really hurt him like that. Evander Holyfield, you see how ripped Evander Holyfield was. I mean, he wasn't as tall as Anthony Joshua. Joshua like what, 6'6", something like that. He wasn't 6'6" like Joshua, but hell, Lennox Lewis had muscles too. Look at Lennox Lewis. I mean, he wasn't bulky like Joshua, but yeah, Lennox Lewis, you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I think with Joshua, it's probably more I could be a Buche. Look, you remember him? You remember him? Yeah. And what you say, Deal? What you say, Deal? Hold on. Deal hit the nail right on the head. Deal hit the nail right on the head. Deal, where you at? Deal, you just said some hell of a stuff. Shout out to Ron Ball Fresh. Hey, okay. Dropping out quarter of a dub. He said Radio Raheem is the best interviewer in the last decade, Slim. Okay. Yeah, Radio. I like radio. Radio.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, well, Deal said that what you said? You said that Timothy Bradley. Hey, what you say? Timothy Bradley was built like a bodybuilder. That dude barely broke a sweat. Hey, that's another one. Look how much muscle Timothy Bradley had. Look how much muscle Timothy Bradley had. Like for real though, Timothy Bradley had a 12-pack. Veins popping out everywhere, chisel, muscle on top of muscle. Muscle on top of muscle. This man had a 12-pack, man. Hey, his 6-pack had a 6-pack. True. Hey, shout out to This Is Boxing. Hey, This Is Boxing. Listen, Timothy Bradley, his 6-pack had a 6-pack. Hey, you listen. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, how he got that? How he got that? You get what I'm saying? But what you saying? You say I think it's more for the tall heavyweights. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Joshua, yeah, man, he just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Anthony Joshua, he just he doesn't let it flow when he boxes. He doesn't let it flow. You can tell he's doing too much thinking. He doesn't let it flow. And I think that has hey, shout out to Rick. Hey, shout out to Rick 10. Rick, what's going on, fam? I think Joshua, it's more so up here than physically. I think it's more so up there than physically. Like Joshua didn't used to box like that. He didn't used to box like that, fam. Now it's you can tell he's in there thinking, he's second guessing himself. He's hesitant. If somebody just rush him and bum rush him, blitz him, and attack him like how what Daniel Dubois did to him. You get what I'm saying? Hey, check this out. Look at Jared Anderson. Look at Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller is over 300 pounds. Trey Hassan said Evander gassed out sometimes. Yes, he did. He did gas out, but Evander Holyfield knew how to fight tired, though. Evander Holyfield knew how to fight tired. He knew how to fight tired. He's be tired, boy. He'll headbutt you. You know, he'll do that. He'll headbutt you. Put that Mike Tyson elbow on you sometime. Rough you up here. When y'all close. Holyfield was a really, really good inside fighter. He liked to roll with punches. He could roll with punches and fire back off the roll. He catch shots. You get what I'm saying? Like, he'll block it with his big head. Like Holyfield, man. That dude, Holyfield was a pretty good inside fighter, bro. Yeah, man, he was a pretty good inside fighter, bro. Like that. Listen, Evander Holyfield was tough. Man, that dude was tough, bro. Hold on. You know what? This is something I wanted to say. In that interview that boy did with Shannon Sharp, there was a part of the interview, the part that I was watching. Shannon Sharp asked him about, are today's fighters tougher than, and before he got the word out, Bud said no. He said, you don't know what I would say, Bud. He said, it don't matter. No. He said he was asking, are today's fighters tougher than the old school fighters? Bud said no. And he explained why. He said them dudes fought with 6-ounce gloves. They fought 15 rounds. And some of the same stuff that I say over here. And I'm the only channel that's been saying that on YouTube. I'm the only boxing channel that I know of that's been saying it consistently for 4 years. I'm like, these dudes ain't cut like that. These dudes ain't cut like that. I said that. Shannon Sharp asked Bud, he said the same thing. Nah, man, like, bro, them dudes ain't cut like that, bro. Not like that. I would say G5 he said he would survive in any era also. I mean, you know, he has a right to say that. He has a right to say that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you ask Tank can say the same thing. You know, but maybe he would. I don't know. It's hypothetical. We don't know. We'll never know. But it was a different era, bro. It was a different era. That's why I can never say if a fighter accomplishes something in this era, yeah, man, he gonna go. That's why I say I never put Bud in, yeah, man, he gonna be top 3 of all time. No, I can't do that. No, hell no. Why would I do that? You gotta do what those fighters of all, you didn't go through that era. Like, had you went through that era, that Hagler era, or that Ray Leonard era, or that Duran era, or that James Toney era, Mike McCallum era, like a lot of your favorite fighters they have quite a few losses. No matter who it is. It was brutal. Them 70s and 80s. And then them 90s as well. It was brutal. You had to bang, dog. You had to throw hands, dog. Dog, you had to get it down. To this day. You know what I mean? It's just I don't like comparing those eras. I don't. Shout out to the Martin. He said, Coach, I watched Hagler doc. He said he sparred 100 rounds a week. Yeah. Hagler's my guy, bro. Like, listen, bro. Marvin Hagler, that probably had to be one of the most disciplined fighters that I've ever seen or done research on. That dude was cold-blooded, bro. That dude was cold-blooded. That dude, he took it serious. Always on weight, always came in underweight. He didn't have no strength and conditioning coaches. He didn't have no cryo chamber. He didn't have no dietitian. He didn't have none of that. It was him and his trainers. True. That's it. My comeback boots, my steel toe boots that I'm gonna run in. It was him and his trainer, the Petronelli brothers. That was it. What none of this stuff did, you know, because of technology. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking sports science and sports science of today. The sports science of today is wonderful. I'm saying they didn't have that. They didn't have the luxury of having any of those things, but they had to fight more rampantly. They had to fight in 6-ounce gloves or whatever, and they had to fight 15 rounds. And you couldn't duck. You couldn't consistently duck the number one contender. You couldn't tell them you're on the wrong side of the street, or it's about putting butts in seats, or you clout chasing. No, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. No, okay, you got to fight the nigga next. Okay, yep, okay, now you got to fight him. Okay, yep, now you got to fight him. Okay, yep. No, man, I don't want to give him no payday. No, you couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. These boxers today are some of the most privileged fighters in the history of the sport. This is the privileged. I was going to say Kim Kardashian, but this is the privileged. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. I just say that these fighters, especially the black fighters, I'm saying the top fighters, they are some of the most privileged fighters in the history of the sport of boxing. They're able to make money without even fighting top dudes in their division. They're not required to fight other champions. You know, certain fighters, if there's a cry out for that fighter to fight the other champions in their division, they have fan bases. Like, it's a total different fan base in boxing now. It's the old crusty niggas that's really disappointing to me. The old crusty niggas really disappoint me, dog. Like, bro, if it's one thing that hurts my heart, it's the old crusty niggas. There's nothing that bothers me more than watching an interview, watching a show, or I have an old crusty nigga that I'm watching in a chat or call, and they telling me about their fighter don't have to fight none of the other top guys. But they tell me I've been watching boxing since the 70s. My nigga, how can you be that old, been watching boxing since the 70s, and you are saying that you do not require the fighter that you like the most to fight the other top dudes because you don't like him? I don't like them niggas. They don't like because they be talking about them. I don't like the daddy. I don't like the mama. I don't like the auntie. But you've been watching boxing since the 70s? Is that making sense to you guys? Shout out to Fresh. How can that's an oxymoron. How can an old guy who came up in the old school criteria era now in 2025 have a new school mentality? I can see someone like Akina talking like that. I can see someone like these young jitterbugs talking like that. Because they ain't went through nothing. No, this is the witness protection era of boxing. Thank God for Turkey out of sheet. Turkey out of sheet, like, look here, man, we ain't worried about the money. We'll pay you whatever you want. But you got to throw some hands for this money. You got to throw hands for this money now. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal, what's going on? You got to throw hands for this money. Yeah, man. You know, let's say hypothetically, if he was back there with Duran them, he'll knock Duran out. Well, I listen to some of these dudes in these chats, and he call the boxing voice, and I listen to some of these dudes, these YouTube channels, some of the stuff they be saying, and it's just blasphemy. They just make me shame. I said, you know what, man, I'm not finna, you know what, dog, I'm checking out mentally. I'm checking out mentally right now. I am emotionally detaching myself from this shit. Now I'm just gonna have fun and rock with it. And bro, that's the best thing I could have done. The old heads just disappoint me, dog. The old fighters disappoint me. Like the old retired fighters, like they disappoint me, like Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins. Some of these old crusted nigga trainers. I'm like, I be listening to some of the stuff they be saying, and they be fanning out for some of these fighters. Oh, well, we already know he the best. You know, he ain't got to do this and do that. And I'm like, Roy, when you was a boxer, you didn't talk like that, Roy. True. Man, you was one of my favorite fighters. As a boxer, you didn't talk like that. Floyd Mayweather, when you was a boxer, you didn't talk like that, fam. I'm disappointed. Why are you participating in the Witness Protection Program Olympics? When you was a fighter, you was the total opposite of that what you are now that you are a retired fighter or interviewer or a retired Hall of Famer. The old crusty niggas just let me down, dog. Like, I can't. The old niggas, I can't listen to the old niggas no more. I'm done. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? This Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
Hey, brother, you cooking it right now, Coach. Like I say, this is what I always say. Shout out to the Maidicans, the gatekeepers, and the journeymen, because they don't get pick and choose. They just gotta take whatever they get. They don't dictate no terms. You know, they can't pick what type of gloves they want. They can't pick the ring size. They just got to show up. They might be driving a forklift on Monday. Be like, hey, you want to fight on Friday? Yeah, how much? Who you fighting? I don't care. Send me the contract. They ain't trying. They ain't taking no smoke. The Maidicans don't. They the toughest dudes in boxing, Coach, because they know they're gonna lose. They don't duck no smoke. They know they're gonna get knocked out. And if they do win, they know they're gonna get robbed, and they still take the fight. Them are some of the toughest dudes in boxing. These dudes got named Maidicans and journey. Like I say, at the end of the day, put some respect on their name. Even though we call them cans, if it wasn't for the cans, we wouldn't have all these superstars. But the cans are the one keep the sport alive, man. At the end of the day.
Yeah. I just, it just, I'm like, I'm over here holding the line, and I realize, I said, you know what, man, these niggas don't. It's a different era. My old school retired fighters, they don't let me something out. Now it's one fighter still holding the line. And that's my main man, James Lights Out Tony. James Tony, lights out, boy. He ain't went soft for me. Lights out, like, no, man, but the rest of these dudes, these old retired fighters that I used to look up to, man, they just don't got, man. Not all of them, but some of them, they just like, man, okay, like, nah, some of them, they just like, man, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, man. I'm hurt.
I heard you talking about a fighter that used to come in like James Tony. This how good he was. James could be totally out of shape, fatter than a butterball turkey, and still go up and fight heavyweight. That dude campaigned at heavyweight. He fought Sam Peters.
Yeah.
He fought Evander Holyfield. This dude started his career off as a middleweight and went all the way up to heavyweight and stayed there for a long time. And when he hit no heavy bag and do no roll work, all he did was spar.
No, he did road work. I interviewed James Tony. I asked him that question. I said, is it true that you didn't do road work? He said, no, that's a lie. I did road work all the time. That's what he said.
Yeah, but it just seemed like he did. I don't know. James was like one of them guys. He seemed like especially when he got the heavyweight, it seemed like he'd be able to run out of gas, and they say, he come. Yeah, he knew how to fight.
He didn't have any discipline when it came to making weight and keeping food and all that stuff there. But yeah, he fought, man. He fought, man. Like, he did his thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like James Tony, I just like his mentality. And again, once I decided, Coach Eddie, to emotionally detach myself from boxing, I've been enjoying it. I've been having some of the best time of my life this year since I've done that. I don't take it serious. I don't take the fans serious. I don't take the fighters serious. It's not that serious. I don't take the YouTube channel serious. It's, I'm just here for the ride. We having fun riding with it. I understand this is a different era. I know that ain't what these dudes doing anymore. The old dudes, the acting like the young mentality, in the young mentality, they ain't got no guidance because they running with the modern era of doing things. So it's a lost cause over here in America. It's a lost cause. There's no hope for them.
Yeah, but every time they shoot a promo, they in the barbershop buying some jewelry. Man, I don't want to see that, man. I want to see you get in there and do some sparring or hit the bag or something. They always trying to show they got their chef cooking up some gourmet. Man, I want to see all that mess, man. I want to see somebody working. But that's my call, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah. Hey, what you say? G5 say, Coach, you seem a lot more calmer than 2022 to 23, 24. Yeah, facts. I'm a lot more calmer now. Now it's like, it's whatever now. I don't went to war already. I don't went to war with every boxing community on social media, destroyed every last one of them. I lasted the test of time. I have a troll here or a troll there that may leave a All right, am I back? I don't know if I'm back or not. The power went out. Let me see. Can I take this off? All right, look like got a Wi-Fi. That hardwired, the power went out. The power just went out, so hold on, let me see something. Can you guys hear me? Let me do this. All right, you know what? Look like the power went out. Is all right, the internet is strong now. Is it strong now? I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see if I'm looking right now. Trying to see something. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. John, you say I'm good? Yeah, the power went out. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna try to pull it up on the TV. All right, you know what? I probably need to wrap this shit up. It must be raining outside. That might be a sign to wrap the damn show up, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man. But back to what I was saying. So yeah, I've been in the lights. Damn, I got the lights. Hold on, let's see what's up. Turn this on. Turn them on. I think that's it right there. Hold on. All right, hold on. That light. Oh, that light. Hold on. I got a light off. I got one of my lights off right now. Damn, that light off like a motherfucker. Hold on. Let me turn this light on. All right, wait a minute. Can y'all hear me now? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Let me see. I don't know what the fuck. Let me see. I'm trying to see if y'all can hear me. I don't know. What you say? Okay, look like she said, look like they said, you can hear me. Why is it not showing up top though? Anyways, shout out to Tech of the GG. Y'all good looking. I'm trying to make sure I'm on point. The power went out, man. I think it's raining outside. Some shit. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. All right, yeah, I can hear it. Anyway, back to what I was saying, like the game for me is at an all-time low. So once I reevaluated the situation and reevaluated my perception of how I see things as it relates to the sport of boxing, I've been enjoying it a lot better. I don't take it serious. I don't take it serious at all. That's why you're not going to see me get emotional. I don't get emotionally invested in anyone who's mad or arguing about. I have this guy, right? He'll hit me up. I don't know who it could be. Probably, I don't know who it is because they may hit me up from different accounts. They'll be like, because they, you know what I mean? Because of my relationship with Bud from a friendship standpoint. And he'll be like, yeah, I hate Bud. I can't stand him. I hate Bud. He ain't fought nobody, this and that. And he send me these messages all the time. And I'm like, okay, you don't like Bud. Like, I don't give a damn. You don't like Bud. The man got a net worth of $20 million. 18 to $20 million, something like that. He's finna get a buttload of money fighting Canelo. Like, I don't think he gives a damn about how you like him or not. And why are you telling me that? You're not hurting me because you telling me you don't like Terrence Crawford. I don't give a damn. Your dislike of him doesn't change the reality of your situation, sir. It's Canelo. I think it's a Canelo fan. He's like, yeah, Canelo gonna do A, B, C, and D. And Canelo still don't know you. Sir, you cannot project your feelings or emotions or insecurities or dislike of someone or pain or hurt onto me, sir. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I got some of the stickiest of the icky over here.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Do you think I really care that you don't like a multimillionaire that's a fighter? Sir, I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know what you look like. Why would I get emotionally invested behind something that you're typing to me? I don't even know what you look like, fam. Yeah, nigga, I don't like such and such. And like bro, like this dude is religious with it. And I'm like, okay. True. I'm like, okay, you got a right to feel that way. Listen, hey, Tegra. Yeah, man, nigga, I don't like Bud. I'm sitting over there like, yeah. You don't like Bud, huh? All right, man, all right, that's cool, man. You got a right not to like him. I'm sitting there looking around. When you see me looking around like this on this show, I already don't checked out from anything that you're talking about at that point. When you see me looking around, I'm like, okay. Yeah, you don't like who? Okay, yeah, I hear you, dog. Yeah, man. Yeah, nigga, my fighter who don't know that I exist, he gonna do A, B, C, and D. I'm like, yeah. Lord have mercy, this shit right here, boy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, nigga, and I'm mad, nigga, and you mad that I'm snapping going off on your fighter. I said, oh, I'm mad, huh? Oh, I'm mad. Oh, okay. Yeah, do I look mad, sir? Do I look mad, sir? Yeah, do I look mad? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, you say I'm mad, huh? You like to project your feelings on me, huh? Like, Yeah, man. Okay, so man. Yeah, man. Let's see the rules. Okay, yeah. What you were saying again? No. Oh yeah, you say you don't like something. Okay, man. All right, cool. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I got you. I hear you. You finished? All right, I'll let you. To this day. Dude said that's oregano. Yeah, you're right. That's oregano. Facts. That's oregano. Listen, that's oregano. Facts. True. Hey, Mr. G4L. Facts. It's oregano.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
It's oregano. You right. You right on, buddy. It's oregano. That's exactly what it is. It's oregano.
What he says, we don't believe.
You dig?
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man.
Talk to him, Tyson.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Julio Guzman. He say, Coach, I think Crawford is about to shock the world. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, fam. I mean, I can't, we'll see. I'm riding with him. Though. You know what I mean? I'm damn so riding with him, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Canelo, a bad boy himself. What it say now? He said, I don't get paid to argue with you. Who is you? Like, bro, fam, who is you? You want to, hold on. Hey, Nate, here you go. This, I think this one of her favorite sound bites right here.
You want to argue. I can't argue with you. You mad. Look at you. You mad. I don't get paid to argue with you. Who is you? You ain't nobody.
Yeah, man, I ain't finna be worried about you, man. Listen, I ain't finna be worried. I ain't finna be worried about you, fam. I'm gonna let Green Eyes P and Summer in November deal with you. Hey, I'm gonna let Green Eyes P and Summer in November deal with you. You ain't gonna get my attention. Who is you? You ain't nobody. All praise is due to the Most High. But before I say all praise due to the Most High, and sarcastically, well, I like to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy. That's all I'm gonna do, fam. That's all I'm gonna do, fam. I'm like, that's what you say? Okay, cool. Don't even worry about it, baby boy.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions?
Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, again, because when you have, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah, when them motherfuckers be capping, want to talk that flam, try to get back to, I be like, interesting. Yeah, nigga, I don't like him. And that's another thing. And, your fighter soft, and nobody care about him, and he ain't fought nobody, and we don't care about, and he broke. He really ain't got no money. Errol made all the money, and if it wasn't for Errol, this wouldn't have happened. And Canelo gonna do A, B, C, and D. And I be like, interesting. Hey, G5 just told y'all. He said, Coach, you're a lot more calmer than you was in 2023 and 2024. I am. I've been working on myself. I turned a new leaf, fam. I've turned the other cheek. Even my ops are upset. My ops are mad. My ops like, God damn, dog. Like we want to try to get that nigga in his feeling, dog. We trying to get to the nigga, and it ain't working. The man ain't even paying us no attention. I'm like, fam, you like shit on the bottom of my tennis shoes. You're like the ant that's hating on the elephant walking through the jungle. Elephants, I'm the elephant, you're the ant. Elephants don't worry. Elephants don't be walking like, yeah, dog, we got to be careful, dog. Them ants down there, they don't like that, dog. You see that ant over there? You know, and they know I got bad vision. I got cataract in one of my eyes, but yeah, it's an ant over there. He sitting there talking trash. He mad, dog. It's a little ant over there. It's a little small ant. He 38 hot. He said he don't like the fact that when we be walking through the jungle, dog, that we be shaking the earth and the ground and all that stuff. They're stepping on that ant bed. He mad. He don't like that. The elephant ain't worried about the ant, fam. These niggas is ants. When I said you niggas, I'm talking about these trolls and shit. You niggas is ant. The nigga who be sending me messages all the time, nigga, you's an ant. I ain't thinking about you. You going out of your way to try to get my attention, fam. You ain't nobody. Like, come on, fam. I mean, let's be real. The fighter don't know you, fam. They look at you as a male groupie. I'm just telling you. You better not come to the fight. You mean the fight that you cannot afford to go to, sir? You know, when I go out of town, I'm spending $1,500 a pop. At least that. We talking about plane ticket, hotel, lunch, and dinner, and maybe and rent a car. $1,500 or more a pop. So you want me to believe that you're going to spend the equivalent of that to get to where I'm going at because you mad at me because I support a fighter that you don't like. Like for real, brother?
Ran off on the floor twice.
Third lady Tyrone, well, now this if you have a girlfriend. I doubt it. But if you have a girlfriend, you know third lady got your girl, right? She's taking your girl out, taking your girl out to eat. You do know that, right? You do know that you got to help your baby mama pay off that rental center furniture in that Section 8 apartment. You do know that, right? You do know that you got to replace man them cereal because you ate up all the children's cereal and drunk all the milk, drunk all the Kool-Aid, and you ate all the sugar for making the Kool-Aid. You do know you got to replace that, right? You have more important things to be worried about, sir, than to be worried about some goddamn millionaires who you like and who you don't like.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that look good.
Some of these fools have too much estrogen in their system.
You need a testosterone injection. Your estrogen is getting the best of you, my brother. You need a testosterone injection. Your estrogen is getting the best of you, my brother. You are part of the estrogen-based anti-masculinity movement. Stop worrying about me with no shirt on. You are part of the estrogen-based anti-black masculinity movement. I just came from the beach in St. Croix. I took a dip with the ancestors. Is that all right with you, Negropean? I just took a dip with the ancestors. Is that all right with you, Negropean? I just took a dip with the ancestors in the ocean of St. Croix. Is that all right with you? Stop worrying about me and no shirt. Somebody get that brother some testosterone. Somebody get that brother some testosterone. His estrogen levels are a bit too high.
That's what I see in boxing today. The niggas' estrogen levels are a bit too high. That's what it is. You get what I'm saying?
Who you think he is? DJ Quick? No, I ain't saying Kid Capri? I didn't say that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I tell you something. Money, you know, I just say, Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Hey, shout out to Foodie. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't chill that a lot. It just said, I don't got a lot wiser now. Now I was like, it is what it is. I was like, man, you know what, man? I ain't nobody tripping on that there, man.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
Now, I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
Hey, shout out to Talib. Talib, what's going on, fam?
Hurting the group.
I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Some of these Otises out there need love.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
Estrogen. Some of these dudes' estrogen levels are getting the best of them.
I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
D-Block, what happened with you and Coach Malachi, bro?
Bruh. Oh, you already know. See, Two-Tone. When somebody talks shit about you, when they get so high.
D-Block, the other day on his live,
bruh,
he had showed a tattoo of you got Tank Davis tattooed on you for real?
Bruh. Two-Tone. That shit ain't nowhere around me no more. But we talk about another day, my brother.
Peace, man.
What do you mean it ain't
Go ahead, Ness.
What you mean it ain't nowhere around you no more? You had one?
Bruh.
Yeah, he had a Tank Davis tattoo.
Ness, I lost the bet. In front of everybody. I had to be a man.
Wait. Who bet
that
you
was
that?
Me, Ness.
What?
That was
what?
me. Bruh. Yeah, that was me, Ness.
No.
But
Give me the details. Give me the details. But you bet. Who would Tank lose to? What made you do it? What was the bet?
Ryan Garcia. Garcia, Ness.
Wow.
But guess what, Ness? You know why I love you? Bruh. You know I respect you, Ness? Because I ain't a person like Coach Malachi that calls me out and calls me a taco and a burrito, a racist cunt that he is, and I go at him. But guess what, Ness? He'll cut me off before I go with him on the live. Because he's a bitch. Bruh. And that's what I'm going to say like that.
Coach Malachi, a good brother. That's a good brother right there, man.
Motherfucker.
He put you on, bro.
He know what he does to Bruh. He changed himself. He changed his hair.
That's wild.
Changed his beard. Bruh. Trying to be a fucking young ass motherfucker. He ain't about shit, brother. But he can't fuck with me when it goes to a live.
That's what I gotta deal with. You get what I'm saying? Nobody on social media, YouTube bossing, go through what I go through. That's what I gotta deal with. I gotta deal with all that. I got male stalkers. I got dudes stalking me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got these niggas they got man crushes on me. You know, I got D-Block sending me messages to 1:30 in the morning. I got another dude telling me how much he hate Bud almost every day. I got another dude, I don't know what he got going on. 1 minute he like me, 1 minute he don't like me. I'm like, this what I'm going through. This what I'm going through. I have yet to get a DM from a tenderoni. I have yet to get a DM from a honey dip. Can a honey dip just send me something, even if you just playing? You ain't got to be for real, but I need a honey dip just to send me a message and say, yeah, coach, my name Sugar Pie. You know what I mean? My name Sugar Pie, coach. I'm a cutie, I'm pretty, and all that there. And you better not come to this fight, because I'm going to be there waiting on you. Like, why I can't get none of them messages? Why I got to get stuff from beta male, bitchified grown men? And True. In their 40s. You get what I'm saying? Damn, you too old. You too old to be having a crush on a nigga. What, you got a man crush? You stalking me everywhere I go, dog? Okay, you made it abundantly clear you don't like me. Why are you still following me? Damn. I ain't into men, dog. I like women. I don't get fighters' names tattooed on my hand, or I don't wear Canelo draws that glow in the dark with his face on it. No, man, I'm into women, dog. I've been liking women for damn near half a century now, so I don't see that changing no time soon. You know, this ain't Man Crush Wednesdays or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't get down like that, fam. You know, I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to the tenant owners, the PYTs and the honey dips, and you know, shout out to the snowbirds.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of peace. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I rip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar. Everything's alright, got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow, run it up, then find it back at night. See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of peace. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I rip out of control. Run it up, it's me against the light, snow bunny. This love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I rip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow, run it up, then find it back at night. See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of peace. My nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I rip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow, run it up, then find it back at night.
Yeah, man. See, you know what it is? We're in the male groupie era right now. We are in the male groupie era. I will give everybody a shout out, man. Shout out to everybody, man, who sent the super chat. Shout out to Deal. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to everybody. I will be giving everybody a shout out after these messages. It is what it is. Hey, man, shout out to Mo Easy.
Hey, okay.
Summer in November.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Miss Black Panther.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Al Money, always get money.
Hey, okay.
Hannibal's in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mika Love 'em.
Hey, okay.
I see a couple of trolls. What these niggas, boy, be stalking, boy. These niggas be stalking, boy. Hey, I don't block about 20 of their accounts. They'll make 20 more. But listen, my haters and trolls, they love them some me. True. Anyway, we do not go that way. Anyways, shout out to my brother Ali, man. Ali, salute.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Demetrius.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Superman.
Hey, okay.
John.
Hey, okay.
Julio Guzman.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Trey Hassan.
Hey, okay.
Mr. G4L.
Hey, okay.
Check it to GG.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Tila.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Foodie.
Hey, okay.
G5 from the Bronx.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Schoolo X-Man.
Hey, okay.
Chris T. Jones.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jamie from New York.
Hey, okay.
New Country, salute.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to Talib.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Who else we got? Ron Boy Fresh in the building.
Hey, okay.
Mr. Corey Bradley.
Hey, okay.
Sebastian.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to your boy Mambo.
Hey, okay.
Who else we have? Hey, shout out to P-Los. P-Los, what's going on?
Hey, okay.
Mr. Lee Smith.
Hey, okay.
Nay the Great.
Hey, okay.
The one Mr. Ham.
Hey, okay.
Julio Guzman.
Hey, okay.
MB813.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Prince.
Hey, okay.
Man, bro, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Yeah, these niggas do it with no shame, too. Schoolo.
Hey, okay.
Daniel Agnew.
Hey, okay.
I'm like, man, these dudes do it with no shame. Like, y'all ain't got no shame. Y'all niggas y'all niggas eat the meat down to the base.
True.
I know you like them, but god damn, y'all, you gotta eat the meat down to the base? Come off for air, nigga. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. See you guys on the next one.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.